Comic Timing is member supported by listeners like you over at patreon.com/comic timing. We thank you very much for your continued support of the show. That support is extra important as we will be announcing on this very episode. We're going to be having a live Zoom episode coming up, and that Zoom bill is paid because of you fine patrons. So for as little as $1 a month, you get behind the scenes access and occasional extra audio, extra video, whatever fun we can throw your way. We thank you very much once again for that support over at patreon.com/comic timing. One-time donations are also available at paypal.me/IAM sci-fi. Giggity. Hey there, folks. My name is Ian Levinstein, and welcome to episode 287 of Comic Timing. Yeah, so next episode, we're going to have like 87 people on the call, so why not just have 2 tonight? Hey, Brent.
It's only fitting. Welcome, everyone, to the Ian and Brent Hour.
I know, yeah.
What Brent has wanted the most since he started on this fucking show.
Damn Skippy, man. Yeah,
you know, the good thing is about this, since we don't have to do intros or anything.
Yeah.
Is I don't have to update the spreadsheet of CT facts that I have ready for next episode.
Ooh,
as much as I would have if everybody was on this freaking episode.
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah. And now, of course, now that you said that, like 4 people are going to pop on before this episode's over. But yeah, the only one who may potentially show up is Chris if we go long enough. As we're recording this, Chris Naudis is currently mid Supergirl as she got one of the fan screenings, so she's seeing that before its wide release tomorrow. I'm scheduled to see it on Friday after work. When are you catching it?
I don't know. So we were talking. I know Olivia wants to go. Mm-hmm. Amanda was like, I want to go. And then it was like, well, Noah, he's 8. But when my parents took him to see Superman last year, he cried and they left the theater.
Oh, no.
When Lex Luthor just straight up shot that guy in the temple.
Yeah.
That was a little shocking. I was like, oh. But like, I think the kids these days, my children, they watch YouTube Kids like almost exclusively. Yeah. Olivia is now dabbling into what's the Goth Girl Wednesday. She's watched a little bit. She's watched Stranger Things 85. I told her not to watch regular Stranger Things as me and Amanda say like that's too intense for you. A lot of death, a lot of gore.
Oh yeah.
And she's only 11 going on 12. So we're like, no. But yeah, so they've seen Avengers when they were younger and it didn't bother them, but I don't think they've seen anything more recently that's like an action movie. And looking at the trailers and things, I'm like, maybe this is less of a kid's movie than Superman is.
Yeah. There is definitely going to be Sad Dog. And that can affect people of all ages, let alone the kids. But
yeah. The reviews were popping today, and I read 3 of them. I watched 1. I read 2 more.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm addicted to Grace Randolph. So I watched her, and she didn't like it at all.
Okay.
So I was like, well, but that's not a good sign.
Grace Randolph. I was gonna say Grace Randolph doesn't like the norm. She doesn't like anything that anybody else likes.
And then I read, I was reading, AIPTcomics.com.
Okay.
I don't know what AIPT, I want to say Ain't It Cool News all the fucking time when I'm looking at that site because it's AI something.
Let's see.
Anyway, but I don't know AIPT. It's got the purple banner. I have them in the beat now. It's fucking CBR's gone, Newsrama's gone, and have Bleeding Cool. Those are my 3 sites. Anyway, they wrote a review, and I was reading theirs, and I was like, okay, this is like a middling review, so. And then I got to the bottom, and they fucking gave it a 9. I was like, what the hell? This review did not read like a 9. So,
even here on their website, like I'll bring it up in a minute here.
Their headline reads like it's a middling review. And
they must have changed the headline since you saw it, man. Because like I'll bring it up right now. They have, here we go. Supergirl is an epic superhero origin with one major flaw. You put epic in the title, and I assume you like it.
So no, I don't know if that was the same one, but one major flaw to me reads like this movie is so.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the one I was reading, and then at the bottom they're like 9 out of 10. I'm like, if you read the whole review, it does not read like a 9 out of 10. So all these things, getting like so reviews across the board as of 2 hours ago when the last time I checked it.
Yeah.
and all these other things. We don't have any tickets scheduled. Like Amanda is working her buns off with shoots. Busy season has come early for some reason in June and July, but I'm thankful for that. No big deal.
Oh yeah,
gotta do what you gotta do. So go, mom, go. So I don't know when I'm seeing it. I will probably sneak out and see it at some point.
Okay.
But I told Amanda, I'm like, I have to see this before Wednesday.
Yes.
Because this is like the only thing on my schedule next week that I must do outside of work is the CT episode, and I have to see Supergirl prior to that. So.
I have 3 things on my schedule. I have 3 things on my schedule. I have that episode, which we're going to talk about in a minute here. I have packing. That's kind of important as I will be in Brentland for July 4th for about 10 days. And then, of course, working, but, whatever. By the way, the AIPT stands for Adventures in Poor Taste.
Yeah. I don't see that anywhere on the site anymore.
I had to go to the About page to actually find out. What started as a small blog sardonically named Adventures in Poor Taste, written by a tight-knit group of real-life friends, has grown into a space where comic book, video games, movie, and television fans can share their opinions to the world, yada, 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 yada. So that's why they go by AIPT now, because the long name is very much not what they are.
Aped.
Yeah.
Aped. Terrible name. But, okay.
Oh, yeah. AIPT itself actually kind of rolls off the tongue as long as you don't actually think about what it stands for. But yes, there are better named sites out there. Before we get into anything else here, I at the top of the episode, we just want to stress this. We've been posting to the Instagrams. Okay, Brent's been posting to the Instagrams a whole bunch of photos, hyping it up and whatnot. But as previously stated here, a week from today as we record it, July 1st is when we are going to be recording our official 20-year anniversary episode. We hope to get some, comic timing luminaries from the past on in one form or another. The main episode itself is going to be the anniversary, and then we're going to transition into our review of Supergirl afterwards. I'm either going to split the episode up into 2 parts, or we're going to do it as one giant episode, depending on how long we go with the main festivities. But I want to make sure we do the celebration first. That way, anybody who hasn't seen Supergirl doesn't get spoiled by us talking.
Yes, yeah. And we deserve to be celebrated.
Of course we do. And this will be a merging of the minds, as Gold Team and Blue Team will both be on this very episode. Still tentative is Adam Murdo, as he's not sure whether or not he's going to be able to get out from the barn, quite literally the Christmas barn that day. And Raph is going to be flying, so he will not be on that episode. But we'll just play My Parents Are Dead a couple times, and it'll be like he's there, so it'll be just fine. And Jamal also may not be able to make it. However, we'll definitely have him involved in one way or another on that very episode. But yeah, we're celebrating it. If you head to the Comic Timing fan group, I have posted the Zoom. So anybody who listens to the show who wants to join in on the action for that one, whether it be in the chat or whether it, coming off mute for a minute just to, say your hellos and whatnot, you're going to be able to. So yeah, we're going to celebrate in style a couple months after the fact and have some damn fun times.
Yes. So I will be posting a lot of stuff. I mainly did Instagram the other day because for whatever reason, Meta decoupled your Instagram page with your Facebook page.
Interesting. Okay.
So Comic Timing Podcast, and they did this a while ago too.
Yeah.
But that's why it went to your personal Facebook page that one time when I posted a story or something.
Yeah.
Even the general stuff. They don't sync anymore. Like my BK's Bullets Facebook page and Instagram page, they used to be linked,
and now they're not. Yeah, annoying.
And so, so I was like posting stuff on Instagram because I'm like, I know it shares that way, and then I was like, wait, it doesn't. So long story short, I was going to share a shit ton of photos on both Facebook and Instagram, but I said no.
Yeah,
let's pull people over to Instagram. So I put a notice on the Facebook page, be like, hey, go over there and follow us.
Yep,
look at it there. But I will be posting more and sharing the link and stuff like that on both those pages and in the fan group as we get closer to that episode for maximum participation.
Absolutely. Speaking of Maxim, we should have a guy who had Maxim in his name for many years, Mr. Maxim Glory himself, on that episode. Rick Gordon, as well as a bunch of other old time comic timing names. I'll keep it close to the vest because I don't know who's showing up, so we'll find out when we get there, one way or another. But yeah, this is a long time coming, and we'll be celebrating ourselves, and you can celebrate us along with it. So damn fine times indeed.
Can you get all co-hosts on one Zoom?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oops. All co-hosts. That. Oh man, I even reached out to David Price, so we'll see whether or not the original co-host shows up or not. Toby Cook,
I did 2 episodes.
He did like 6 or 7.
I have the facts, and that what I just said is probably not correct.
I know. Yeah, Toby Cook, I have no idea where he went. So I will attempt to get in touch with him, but he kind of disappeared into the ether. And Matt Summer is not really in the comic book world anymore, nor in the Office podcast world. But I think old episodes of That's What She Said may still be available on his That's What She Said website if you want to check out what he went on to do after Comic Timing, which was at the time kind of the star Office fan podcast. Like, he had actual members of the show on occasionally and stuff like that. So long before, like these days, the
rewatch podcast.
Yeah, right. The rewatch podcasts are the way to go. Which, by the way, the Lonely Island and Seth Meyers podcast, no notes. Like, so damn good, man.
I think I got burned on what was it? The Nerdist podcast before he had all his shit of like the stupid celebrities, and I tried to listen to some of these rewatch ones, and like the Suits one, and I was like, I don't know if I care.
I've been weirdly into Pod Meets World.
Yeah, I've seen them making headlines and stuff like that, and I'm like, I definitely don't want to rewatch that. I definitely don't care.
Yeah,
I was thinking about the Suits one because I binged all of Suits again late last year.
Yeah.
But I do like the ones that, like the official, For All Mankind had one for 2 seasons, and that went away, where they talk about, like, as the episode airs. Game of Thrones still has one for House of the Dragon. That's interesting. Even though they're still kind of like cookie cutter, you do get all the stars and stuff, but nobody's like going into the books and spoiling stuff and being like, well, this isn't how that happened.
Yeah. You know, once upon a time, it was just random schmoes making podcasts, you know? Like, it didn't have to be celebrities. Not that we know anything about that or anything. Like, come on. But yeah, reflecting on it, we'll talk more about it next week too, but like reflecting on it, the podcasting space sure has changed in the last 20 years to the point where even the thing that it was named after no longer exists.
Well, yeah, we'll get into that next week, but it's definitely like I have a podcast. Everybody's got a fucking podcast now, you know, like who cares?
And there's even like, you know, 11-year-olds who are trying to take our gig, like that video that Brandon posted of that one kid on Instagram, like that guy knows more about comics than I do.
That was crazy. I was like, look at this guy.
Oh my God. I gotta try to find the name of this dude because like
I think he's wearing a Batman mask because he's underage. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
He's probably under 13 at the age of internet consent. We'll use that term.
Yeah.
And I was looking at his shelf and other stuff. It's like, okay, your dad's a fan. Your mom or your dad is a big fan.
Oh, definitely, man. Like
you don't just grow up spitting that stuff.
Yeah.
Now he could be just like watching a bunch of comic book YouTube and get all that stuff. But I was looking at his shelf and I was like, this doesn't strike me as somebody that just jumped in. Like you have to have been born into this a little bit to be that well developed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's just my opinion.
If
it's totally off.
No, you could be totally off, but I think you're more than likely on because that dude, like, there are terms that he's using that are industry terms. So either he's learned it through osmosis somehow, which if that's the case, that should be the name of his show, or he, you know, very much had a father or uncle or cousin or something like that was really into it, and that, you know, that then led to him being into the world of comic books, which frankly, that's how I like to see it. I like to see previous generations passing on their love of the medium onto brand new crowds. Like this dude's got a future ahead of him if this is the way he talks about stuff. So I think this is we're gonna be hearing more of this random dude in Batman mask in the future. Basically he was talking about trades, in particular, bleed over. Like that was one of the main things that he was talking about.
Yeah, like and the looking at the spine and having to pull it apart, and I was like, okay, all right, like no. And what tipped me off was the smell. I was like, this could be Shane's son. He starts going on about how the Marvel one smells different than the DC one, and he prefers the smell to the other one. I was like, like this. Mm-hmm. Core memory to me is listening to Shane on CGS 20 years ago and talking about how he just loved the smell of the paper. So anytime I get one of these older books and I'm smelling the paper, I just think of that, like sitting in my college dorm room, listening to Shane on CGS talk about this thing and being like, I never fucking smelled a comic book. And then I started doing it. And and I was like, okay, that's an adult right there. That's an adult. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The smell of the book.
I think that the first time I noticed the smell of a book, I was already at least like 17 or 18. But when I opened it up, it was just, nothing beats new trade smell. Like if you have the right type of paper, it's like a bouquet of a good wine, man.
My newest trade, I will give it a whiff.
Nice. Which volume of Booster is that?
This is volume 3.
Nice.
Of they labeled this the complete 2007 series. Ooh. But this one, this is all the J.M. DeMatteis and Keith Giffen and Chris Batista stuff. Mm-hmm. And then the back is the Time Masters miniseries, which I'm glad they threw in here.
Nice.
Because that directly ties into when Dan Jurgens came back again for the third time to his own character on his own series, and finished out pre-Flashpoint. So
very cool.
And now I'm super motivated to finish. I need to finish my Green Lantern compendium, which I'm almost done with the first one, and then I'm like, do I go to the second one? I really should read more thinner stuff so I can crank out some reviews. So luckily, some trades I ordered came in, so I have 2 overviews that I will release next week.
Nice.
But so I'm I've been waiting to do an Infinite Crisis one, mainly because I know there's stuff after I wanted to read it, specifically like Booster Gold and 52. And now that I know I have everything, guess I could go do it. I don't know.
Well, it'll be really easy to talk about things like movies, like a trailer for a movie that you've been highly anticipating that came out today. Based on one of your favorite '90s characters and stuff like that.
I could. I just don't know. I have not mastered the algorithm enough to get me decent views, much less hot take worthy views. So, and I noticed too, I stopped doing episode by episode reviews of stuff when I had to go back to work.
Right.
Not full time, but in person.
Right.
Because that was easier to do, in between a meeting when you're done with your task, turn on a show, record a video, whatever.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And can't do that anymore. And I was they weren't. No, none of my videos were doing particularly well, but I was I don't have that much to say about a particular episode. You know what I mean? I'm not picking apart things and being oh, this is this. Oh, this is that.
I mean, along those lines, man, why do you
did move Asbat's head down a shelf just for this particular episode so that he would be visible. Yeah. Even though he's the cheap one, but
I will say also, why do you think that we've only been every 2 weeks the past couple of weeks? Sometimes life gets in the way, so there's only so much content you can put out into the world, and I'd rather it be content that is well curated rather than shit gotta put something out, crap,
Yeah.
So
the last one I did was Black Panther, Reginald Hudlin Volume 2, and I was
nice.
I'm gonna finish this because I have Doom War sitting over there, and I did like that one when it came out. So I'm okay, I know I will have something to say about Doom War. I had something to say about the first of his run, but there's 3 books. So the second one, you're teasing me.
Oh yeah.
The second one was I didn't have much to say about. So hopefully the third one has Shuri, which is stuff I've never read, so I know I have something to say about that. But let's get to the good stuff.
We both definitely have a lot to say about Batman Nightfall, the teaser that was put out. That I believe the subtitle of this particular movie is Batman Nightfall 90s as fuck, because that is exactly what we got out of this, down to the details. Like these character designs, this is the best looking of the Batman animated movies in a very long time. And I feel like they went back to comic accurate rather than we're going to dumb this down for the sake of animation. And I'm really appreciating that.
We're in a new era of DC animation. I don't know if I'm going to put Asbats here just so you can see his horns. Oh, it's not tall enough. I don't know if I know we're out of the Crisis era. Mm-hmm. That old. I don't know if that was the Tuckerverse or whatever. Or no, the Tuckerverse was the one before.
No. You're talking about the one that Tim Sheridan helped work on. The
shitty one. Sorry, Tim. I hated more movies of that series than I liked. Like the COVID era. I'll call it the COVID era because COVID came and went, and those movies came and went. Their era is done. Ultimately, they didn't put out as much as the Tuckerverse. I could do a whole video on that. Anyway, yes, I'm glad they went on comic accurate designs ish. Same way we got with Superman, Batman, Public Enemies back in the day.
Yeah.
Superman, Batman, Apocalypse, which is the Supergirl Michael Turner one, which is phenomenal. If you haven't seen that, if you want to celebrate Supergirl, go watch that. It's on HBO Max. And I know they were talking about doing a Teen Titans Judas Contract at the same time. That never came about because everybody was, excited to watch a George Perez style animated movie. And that eventually did get made in the Tuckerverse where they had the singular style.
Yeah. And that one was actually pretty good. But it wasn't at all what we thought we were going to wind up getting with that character or with that experience, because that is a very hard story to adapt, especially with some of the things that happen in that particular arc that are very uncomfortable. And you're either going to go full hog on that and you're going to have to rate it R, even though it's about the Teen Titans, or you're going to have to dumb it down and you're going to have to make some compromises. And I at the time, they were not willing to make those compromises with Judas Contract, which is why it didn't come out. And then we got the version that we did, which was good. It just wasn't, comic accurate, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, and then we had the Dark Knight and the Year One ones are also very good, and they are pretty reminiscent of their art styles, which is great.
Right.
So I think the only thing we have to trash on is, the Tuckerverse had a singular art style, so I won't trash on those. But the Long Halloween one really failed us.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the only Batman movies they did for that last series of movies. And I was hoping for a Tim Sale-ish, and we just got that flat, thick matte line or outline style, and it was like the cheapest animation they could get. So from the trailer that we saw for the and it was just the Nightfall trilogy trailer. It wasn't like just part one, which I thought was surprising.
Right.
The animation looked like they stepped it up a bit from the last stuff that they were doing.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you watch those Crisis ones, oh my God, that's just no good.
Yeah.
And I know that like Tim Sheridan and who's the other guy? Jeremy Adams have said like these have really, 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 really small budgets. Like, okay, I hear you. I get it.
Yeah.
But, and I see it in Invincible too. Like watching season 1 versus season 4. I'm like, okay, I get it.
They went story over animation, definitely, and there, which is why there's some stories in that version of the universe that I actually really like. Not all of them, but a couple of them. It's just the animation very hit or miss depending on the movie.
I think it's surprising to me that they're like, we're going to take the Kelly Jones designs and do that as our animation style rather than. Like I said on the chat, like I guess it's okay that they didn't do Jim Aparo because Jim Aparo's art at that time I don't think it was the strongest it had been. And Breyfogel's style, like he did a lot, but I don't think of Nightfall with him. I think of Aparo and who's the other guy? Co-created Bane with Dixon.
Shit. Hold on one second here. Let me look that up. Bane wiki. Let's find out. Here we are. Doug Munch and Graham Nolan.
Graham Nolan. Yeah. That's the artist I think of. Yeah, because he did the Vengeance of Bane one shot that introduced Bane.
Yeah.
So that's who I think of when I think of like Nightfall, that first section. And then when My Hero Asbats comes in, I think of Mike Manley most of all. But yeah, so I think it's interesting that they went fully Kelly Jones, and I'm like, I'm down for it, but we'll see how it works out.
They had to choose the most striking, really. And for that matter, I think for the material that they have, it's the right choice. Because
it's the most visually interesting too. Like you get Batman with the big ears and the cape horns and stuff.
Yeah.
To me, I love that.
Yeah. I actually really dig this Riddler design too. Like I like a Riddler with long hair. It doesn't happen very often, but it strikes him. It's a little bit different, a little bit unique. And then really love the choice for Tim Drake's design. I mean, it's basically exactly what you want it to be for 90s Robin. So that's making me happy. But
like, we're doing Nightfall. Why mess it up?
Yeah.
I love the glowing red eyes here on Asbats.
Yep.
I love the thing behind him. Like, I got no complaints, man. Well, okay, I have one complaint.
Uh-oh.
His just like the PS3 skin in Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
The horns, his shoulder horns are too high. They're just supposed to be like right here, like ear level.
Yeah.
And they're like freaking up here, and then you start your cape from there, which is how it's supposed to be. Here it makes sense. But I guess there he's no different than Batman. So you want him fucking giant, I guess. I don't know.
I also realized I haven't looked up at all who's even voicing anybody. So I'm going to do that right now.
Well, Anson Mount is Batman.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
The gentleman that's in the Spider-Man movie that played Scorpion in that post-credit scene. Michael Moran, is that his name?
Michael Mando is
Mando.
is playing Bane. Yep.
Is Bane, yes, without an accent,
dude.
Apparently,
Bruce frickin' Boxleitner as Commissioner Gordon.
Here's the best one: Jean-Paul Valley, Pablo Schreiber.
Oh, that's a good choice. That's a
Master Cheeks himself.
Wow, and the fact that we get the best hair in all of Hollywood getting to play Batman, Anson Mount. Like, I'm down, man. I'm down. I'm completely down.
I think, and Dave Desmalchin apparently is the Riddler.
And
I don't know how.
And Jeremy Adams is the writer of this trilogy, by the way, according to IMDb.
Part one.
I've
listened to multiple interviews of them talking about it, and he's like, he only wrote part one.
Oh, he only wrote part one.
He can only vouch for that one.
Got it. Okay.
So we won't hold him to any deviances in part 2 or part 3.
Okay.
But I'm excited because, like, if we're gonna get, I'm interested to see how far they go. Like, to me, part 1 ends with the breaking of the back.
Yeah.
And then part 2, like, it's a tragedy, right? Let's just end it with a tragedy, with the breaking of the back, and then part 2 can be, because they're gonna condense it, right? We're getting fucking Tally, man. So that is Night Quest right there. That is the Crusade. That is my boy Asbats going nuts. If he ends up killing Tallyman as opposed to Abattoir, I'm totally fine with that. And I know these are like deep 90s pulls. Like, Abattoir was a villain introduced just so Asbats could kill him. He wasn't like anything before then, and definitely wasn't anything after.
Yep.
But yeah, so if we're introducing Tallyman because he looks the most like the Joker and he's got a cool design so that Asbats can kill him, I'm fine with that. No big deal.
Yeah.
The point is, he can't be Batman anymore because he killed somebody, even though in the story he let him die. He didn't actually kill him, but he didn't save him, which is actually the same thing that Batman said in Batman Begins. I don't have to save you.
Really?
That's what Bruce gets mad about in the Nightfall story.
Yeah.
It's like, you're supposed to try and save them. He didn't try. So he's like,
there's only been a few of these animated movies that have had multiple parts. And Dark Knight Returns had part 1 and part 2, which they later combined into one. I own that digitally as one movie, and I think that's still to this day one of my favorite of the animated movies that they put out. I think
that's
they did
great.
a really good job.
The Death of Superman got 2 parts.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
And I like that adaptation.
Yeah.
I like that adaptation.
No, I think they did a good job with that one too. There were a couple of changes with Superboy in particular that I wasn't thrilled with, but overall it was pretty damn close to comic accurate, and it worked with the universe that they were working with at the time in the animated movies. That was back when Jerry O'Connell was the voice of Superman, and it worked pretty well. This, to me, is well deserving of a multi-part movie, and I think that is going to allow them to tell as much of this story as they possibly can within a 3-movie period. And it better damn well be good. That's all I'm saying, you know?
I mean, they put 3 movies behind it. Like,
yeah,
somebody believes in it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's Batman. It's going to sell. There's that. And it looks fucking cool. So there's that.
Absolutely.
I'm curious to see what part 3 ends up being. Like, to me, it should just be Night's End and end it with Bruce retaking the mantle. Game over. You had your big finale.
Yeah.
Jean Paul goes sulking away, whatever. But, like, they have Azrael in this preview, like in the Azrael suit, not in his Azbat suit. And he has the ninja suit also at the beginning of Nightfall. So, like, are they telling... And I've read the review from IGN said they have a little bit of Bane's origin. So they're doing, like, Vengeance of Bane, sort of Azrael in here, as well as Nightfall in one part. Like, that is a lot.
Yeah.
So if they're cramming all that into one part, what do they cram into the third one? Is it just Night's End, or are we going to do, like, Prodigal, and then, Bruce comes back and he's like, I'm Batman again. And then Prodigal Part 1 starts and he's like, hey, Dick, actually, you got to be Batman for a while because I'm not quite ready yet.
What?
He leaves and then comes back at the end. It's like, okay, I'm ready. And then whatever that Troika storyline kind of sucked.
If they decide to do that and then they follow up and they combined stories and basically rather than have it just be that, have it be essentially a loose adaptation of Grant Morrison's Batman and Robin, I think that would be a great way to follow it up. If you're looking to combine time periods, then I think that would be pretty awesome. But I don't think that's going to wind up happening. I think they're just going to wrap it up within 3, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, they did that with the Batman versus Robin.
Yes,
they did that movie.
Yeah, and Dick Grayson as Batman has only really worked once for me, and it was with the Morrison Batman and Robin. I think that was a damn fine run.
I mean, the inclusion of Two-Face is pretty heavy in Prodigal. That's the only reason I could see him being why he showed up in that teaser. And I don't remember anything with Riddler, honestly.
Yeah.
So I'm curious as to why he's there. I ultimately don't care, but I'm not going to be like, oh, you didn't show up in the thing. Like, I want the Bane beats,
right? Part of me,
to me, when the Hush animated movie. I'm sorry, I could go on about these all damn day.
I know.
Hush animated movie to me made the most sense. Like, make the Riddler Hush, not fucking Tommy Elliott. Like, Hush was a jacked up Riddler.
I know.
In the animated movie. And I was like, you know what? I like that change because it makes so much more sense than this weird thing of sticking the Riddler in at the end.
Oh my God. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. But I like the fact, you mentioned Two-Face. We're going to be getting Harvey Dent in Batman Part 2, the movie coming up. And it's not even who we thought it was going to be. As originally reports are coming out that Sebastian Stan was going to wind up playing Harvey Dent in Batman Part 2. And now it looks like it's actually going to be Brian Tyree Henry playing Two-Face. And they're hinting at possibly Zaz as Sebastian Stan. Like there's been like a lot of different back and forths as to who Sebastian Stan is going to wind up playing in the movie, but not who we thought. And you know what? I think I'm okay with that. Especially if we get a guy like Brian Tyree Henry involved with this, who's an excellent actor and could certainly bring the gravitas to play a Harvey Dent and make it work possibly as Two-Face down the road.
I'm totally down with that change. Like, I want to keep that ugly ass Joker as far away from me as possible, unless you change his design. Like, I don't have a problem with Barry Keoghan or Keoghan, however you pronounce his Irish
name. It's pronounced Keoghan.
Keoghan, sorry. Yeah. I'm fine with him being Joker. I think he's a very capable actor. I've seen him in stuff I liked. Just keep that ugly ass design out of my face. No, thank you.
We barely even saw
too much.
it. Yeah, we barely even saw it. Like, and it was in a post credits deleted scene, so they can easily.
Which is why I'm like, if you want to change the design, no one will cry uncle because that one was awful. But Brian Tyree Henry being Dent, I think it's exciting to me because he just has like a warm soul about him.
Yeah.
So the idea of him playing Harvey Dent as the way that you typically think of Brian Tyree Henry, like think of Miles Morales' dad, right? He's that guy in the animated movie. That kind of warmth for Harvey Dent when it breaks is going to be even more tragic if they decide to break him in that movie.
And hey, we'll finally get the black Two-Face that we didn't get during the Tim Burton years. You know,
right.
like
Lando was Harvey Dent. We never got him as Two-Face.
Exactly. Yeah, they're finally setting us up for it after all these years. Why the hell not?
It would be interesting if the only good cops in Gotham are the black ones in this universe. Because Commissioner Gordon's black. He's awesome.
Oh, my God.
The best lawyer in town is black. Like, where is Gotham? It's got to be in the South now.
Speaking of which, also getting at least a one shot, if not more, of Gotham Central coming back in the print. I think, if I heard correctly, Christopher Cantwell is going to be the one writing it, too.
Yes, and Rucka is writing Gotham. It's not called Gotham Med, but it's Gotham Med. He's writing like a Gotham Central-ish version where it's the hospital, not the police, because he's like been there, done that.
Okay. All right.
And they're coming out like the same month with the Bad Seeds event.
Nice. I am 100% about that. I've been trying to be more caught up with my comics, even if I haven't read previous comics. So I'm gonna try to be reading that as it comes out, or pretty damn close to it. Again, DC Infinite's only a month behind, so it's not like it's hard to continue to read something. It's just I very much have given up on the idea of, oh no, I didn't get a chance to read that. I have to go back and read all 24 issues of that run in order to be no. I can start at the beginning of a new run and eventually get to that when I have the time and the effort. That's the life to live as a comic book fan right now, and I have to appreciate that and respect that.
I was like, Poison Ivy's at how many issues? I'm sorry, what?
Yes!
I did not even pay attention.
Dude, man, like I
who's reading this book?
A lot of people.
I've heard about it.
It is shocked everybody that, for one thing, G. Willow Wilson's still on it. G. Willow Wilson is the one who launched that book. And
I'm just saying, props to them. I don't know who the artist is. G. Willow Wilson, like I don't even know if I remember it came out. But the fact that it's been going on this long, and you haven't heard about it, and it wasn't until like, hey, there's a crossover with Poison Ivy and Batman. I was like, sorry, Poison Ivy has their own book. It's on issue what? 47.
Marcio Takara is the primary artist of the Poison Ivy series.
So does that go to the beginning of the Zdarsky run, or does that go back to the Tiny and stuff where he was introducing like Miracle Molly and all these people?
Well, it started in 2022, so I think it's probably right around the beginning of Zdarsky. If not the end of King, maybe, because I'm trying to think of exactly where that would have dropped.
King ended in 2020.
2020. Okay, got it.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Yep. Cover date of the first drop was June 7th, 2022 for Poison Ivy, and they're up to 44 issues now. Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah, also this is kind of the Harley Quinn of its day. Even though yes, there is a Harley Quinn comic that's currently on the stands and still running, but when Harley Quinn's comic came out back in the late 90s, early 2000s, like everybody kind of looked at it as like, oh, who's going to care about this long enough for it to go 20 issues? And it went over 100. Like it had a really strong run because it had the right creators behind it. It had interesting stories. It had humor. It had style. It had bass. And what's going on now with Poison Ivy as a character in the Batman comics lends that much more gravitas to there being a Poison Ivy book on the stands right now. She's been mayor of Gotham City for the past couple of arcs. So
that's where I was like, wait, what? Because it certainly was not in the Batman book.
Yeah. And Fraction has been mentioning it more in his run of late. But it was set up at the end of Zdarsky's run, to have, Commissioner Savage,
yeah. And he's in the Wayne Manor,
right, and basically Pamela deciding that she was going to run for office was kind of in the midst of that as well. This series, since it launched, has won the GLAAD Media Award for Outstanding Comic Book at the 35th GLAAD Media Awards, and I think it was in the running for either, if not a Harvey Award, then or an Eisner at one point. It didn't win, I know that, but it's certainly been in the running, and yeah, small little engines that could like this are my favorite types of comics, man. Like that's what keeps this industry running.
Is Poison Ivy officially like a lesbian now, bisexual? I know they had that. She had the thing with Harley.
Mm-hmm. I think
off and on.
I think the character itself identifies as bi, if I'm remembering correctly. But don't.
Or she's a whatever because she's actually a plant now. I can't keep track.
Yeah, can plants? No, but yeah.
Do plants have sexuality? I don't know.
I don't know either. But yeah, bisexual is probably the best bet to go on that. And yeah, I don't think she's currently with Harley in the comics, but she's obviously appeared in and out of the comics since the comic itself is launched. So yeah. I wanted to touch on something else, comic book related. More slightly as a rant, but also, old man yelling at cloud a little bit.
This is it.
New York Comic Con. So I went and bought my 4-day with the pre-sale this year, and tickets are now up to $321.17 for 4 days.
Wow.
Yeah. This is getting out of hand. This is beyond ridiculous at this point. A VIP ticket, those are VIP tickets. I don't give a shit. If you want to put your money down to have first access to autographs and the stage and stuff like that, and pay $1,000 for it, then by all means, because the VIP, which is a 4-day with perks, cost $990.70 this year for VIP, and a 4-day pass costs $321.17. Thursday costs $93. Friday costs $98. Saturday costs $109, and Sunday once again costs $98 if you're going day by day. I know inflation.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I know inflation exists, and I know that if inflation happens, and I know that every now and then, while mid-sentence, Brandon will just show up to a Zoom. Like this just happens from time to time. Hi, Brandon. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
You're low as usual, though, so get louder. Hold on.
You're muted.
You weren't muted, and now you are.
All right, how's that?
Much better.
Much better.
Much better. Much better. Yeah, so you joined just in time to hear me be an old man yelling at cloud.
My favorite thing.
A 4-day pass for New York Comic Con costs $321.17 before shipping.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
How much?
$321.17 for a 4-day pass for New York Comic Con. And then if you buy a shirt, which I did because I didn't want it to sell out because it's the 20th anniversary and I wanted merch, they force you to upgrade your shipping to the verified shipping, which costs $20.
That's how much my San Diego ticket costs. Jeez.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, your San Diego costs that much too. This is too much damn money to be spending on a freaking convention.
I agree wholeheartedly. Remember back when we started doing conventions, they were like $20, $25 a day.
Yeah. How much did we was MegaCon for the 3 days that we were there? I'm trying to remember.
In the glory days, MegaCon was like $20 a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then eventually it went up to like $50 a day. And then the last time I went for a single day, it was like $85, something like that. And it was nearing $100. Now,
for 1 day.
For comparison, we went last year or this year in 2026 on Friday, me and the fam. We took all 4, and they were nice enough to sell us a family pass, that's a large fucking family because they had 2 adults included with your family pass, and you could bring up to 4 kids.
Oh, wow.
For $115.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah.
So I think, I may buy a family pass if it gets more than that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah. But they don't do that at New York Comic Con. You can buy a kid's badge, but you can only buy a kid's badge for Thursday and Sunday. A kid's badge is...
Oh, they're just not welcome on Saturdays?
You want to bring a kid on Saturday? Sure. You're paying full price.
Oh, God.
That's it. Kids...
Is Fan Expo in charge of... Or no, it's still ReedPop?
It's still ReedPop, yeah. Yeah, Reed handles New York Comic Con, Emerald City Comic Con, C2E2, otherwise known as Cetos Etos.
Fan Expo also, I think.
No, Fan Expo's separate, I think.
They're their own company.
Yeah, because Fan Expo owns MegaCon, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're a whole other bag. Fan Expo basically bought up MegaCon, most of the Canadian conventions, and a couple of the old Wizard Cons, and turned those all into Fan Expos. Because I think Philly's Con is now a Fan Expo Philly, if I remember correctly.
It is. Yeah. So it was Philly, Chicago, LA, a couple like in between, and then they do Calgary still.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, stuff like that. Yeah, and Reed also handles the PAXs. So PAX,
all the PAXs.
Yeah, PAX West, PAX East, PAX Unplugged, PAX Pox. Any of those, any of the PAXs that show. Okay, PAX Pox isn't real, but there used to be a PAX South, and there isn't anymore because Texas. But that's what they handle. $33.21 for a Thursday Kids Pass, $49.54 for a Sunday Kids Pass, and your kid has to be between the age of 6 and 12. So if they're 13, then you have to pay the full price for a ticket.
My 13-year-old is not going to.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to tell.
Yeah.
And I don't have a 13-year-old, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. They're not going to tell, but they might ask. If it's a 13-year-old that's had a growth spurt and a beard, then maybe there might be a problem. But otherwise,
no beards.
Okay, good. But
I'd be like, yeah, she's 13, and she says she's 13. So there's no kids ID. Sorry, dude.
Yeah. Oh, she said. She says she's 13. Yeah, sorry, she can't come in. It's 6 through 12.
You're right, 12. Whatever it is.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? There's no ID. There's no ID to check. So whatever. Sorry.
Well,
did she have a school ID? Let's check that. What grade is she in? Oh, fuck off.
The other thing you have to do with New York Comic Con and a couple other cons now is you have to register the badge in order to do anything of relevancy. So like if you want to attend a panel at the main stage, if you want to attend like big events, if you want to get autographs, if you want to buy Funko Pops for way too much money, look at them once and then never look at them again, and then sell them on eBay. Then that's
why I put them up behind me. You can look at them.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I have a couple that are still around, and the rest are all boxed away, and I'll probably sell them eventually. But
do you still have those New York Comic Con exclusive Green Lantern figures that you're trying to sell?
No, I finally sold them on eBay a couple of years ago.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, one by one I sold them on eBay. I remember I sold them to a fan of the show, like the first batch, and then I think the second batch I sold on eBay for about the same amount of money, and then I think one other person wound up taking the other two off my hands. So yes, I finally got rid of those things after all these freaking years.
It took 10 years.
It took at least 10 years, dude. Like I got these things at C2E2 thinking like, oh yeah, gonna get some buku off this shit, and then no, that is not the way that went. It was a White Lantern Hal Sinestro and a Black Lantern Hal Jordan, and nobody cared. Shockingly, you can't make buku off the figure market for the most part. So what are you gonna do?
It depends on the figure.
It depends on the figure. That's very true. Yeah.
I have turned over a couple figures for some good cash.
You know what I did? I did the other day actually. God, what's the name of the service? Have you ever heard of Sell Your Books?
No.
So I think it's a UK based company, and when you're buying the book, it's I think buyyourbooks.com or something like that. But you can scan the barcode of any book or media that you want to sell, and they'll tell you whether or not they want it. And I'm sorry, World of Books. World of Books is the main company, and then Sell Your Books is basically the app you use to sell them. And they will give you cents on the dollar for your shit.
It's like GameStop.
Oh no, basically, yeah. I think I sold, what was it, like Futurama season 2, a old Madden for the PlayStation 2 that I still had. A couple of volumes of The Simpsons, There might have been a Family Guy volume in there as well. And I think off of this entire haul, including a CD for a band that I don't think I ever actually listened to, but they must be big in Europe because for some reason they wanted it. And I got $11.94.
Jeez, wow.
Yeah.
There's
also or no?
They handle shipping. So
that's pretty
yeah.
It costs more to ship that shit.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it. Yeah. If I had to pay shipping, it would have been a wash. Basically, it would have been the exact same thing in the end. Yeah.
There's a store down here, Bright Light Books. It's a used bookstore, and I took in a big stack, I think 2 times ago. But they took, I don't know what site they were using to determine the value, but they took forever. It took them like 4 hours to, a little less than, felt like 4. It should have been 30 minutes or something like that. But your walk-in is not priority for them to like, ring you out and give you cash or store credit for their books. But, But yeah, I think I did all right. I had some winners in there. I have a big stack of books I need to take into them or do for a giveaway. I don't know.
Earlier today, there is a old school thrift shop down not like 4 blocks away from where I live here in the Bronx. So if you head down the Middletown Road, right by my local comic shop, actually, like right across the street from it, there's a thrift shop, and it's an old school thrift shop, as in you drop your shit off, you don't get any money for it, and they sell it. And I don't care. I didn't want it anymore. It was basically everything that World of Books didn't buy off of me. I dropped off at him earlier today, and it was a box full of random DVDs, video games that may or may not still work, bootleg anime CDs from years ago. Brandon, I sold him, well, not sold him, I gave him my Hellsing OST soundtracks as well as
I would have bought it off you,
dude. You can listen to all this shit on Spotify for free, man. Like, you don't need to buy it off of me.
Physical media is dying. Hold on to it.
These were bootlegs.
Bootleg. I never mind. The bootlegs. Yeah. Never mind.
I gave him the bootleg of the Ghost of the Shell standalone complex OST that I used to create the Geek Speak intro years and years ago. So,
flashback.
Like, all this stuff was just sitting around collecting dust, and I'm like, screw it. I got to get rid of some stuff. Like, let's just get it out of the house. And now he can make at least $3 off of it and make himself a happy man. That's better than it just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. If it was real, I would have given it to you, Brando. But like, this stuff was like, back when Amazon would sell bootleg CDs. Mm-hmm. That's where that's from.
Wow, that's old school then.
Oh yeah, yep. I remember I got at least like 2 or 3 DVD box sets off of Amazon back in the day where they didn't care if something was bootleg. That's where I got my Hellsing original version of Hellsing. Rather than it being the 7 discs that it was supposed to be, it was 2 discs. It played just fine, but it wasn't real.
I still have my bootleg DVDs of all my anime for play on MKVs.
Yep, there you go. That's the way, man. Most of my bootleg anime comes from my buddy's Plex server these days because he's got more stuff than I had to begin with. I did send him a copy of the Captain America director's cut so that he was able to put that on the Plex server, so I can now watch that whenever I want to. Now that's good stuff. You didn't miss much, Brando. We did talk about the big '90s animated movie that's going to be coming out with the Asbats and whatnot. So
I must break you.
if you wanted to touch on that real quick in the animation style, by all means, and then we'll move on from there.
Yeah, well, I just want to touch on the voice acting first. First off, Anson Mount as Batman.
That's just saying,
good call. Yeah, that's a great call for that one.
It is
because I know people giving Jason O'Mara shit because Jason O'Mara was not Kevin Conroy. Mm-hmm. But after a while, it kind of grew on me.
Yeah,
especially
worked for me.
Especially in Quarter Owls when he has that one line like, "You break into my home, you attack my kid. I'm gonna enjoy this." I'm like, that's like, okay, you got me there. But
Jeremy Sisto from New Frontier. He never came back. He was very good.
I really like Bruce Greenwood. I think Bruce Greenwood did a damn fine job as Batman in multiple things over the years.
Did it for years too.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did the Young Justice cartoon.
Yes, he did.
Right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the animation style looks really good. Actually, it looks really fucking good.
It does.
Really solid.
Yeah.
Is it it's like bootleg Norm Brayfogle a little bit. Like you can tell it's like of the Alan Grant era of Batman, but I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of dig it actually. I do miss the giant pointy ears, but you know, is what it is.
Hey, the 90s are back, dude. Like, we are.
Oh, and my boy Tim Drake in his Tim Drake costume.
Damn right. Damn right.
And those are the longest ears Batman's had on anything in 25 years or more.
That's very true.
Sure.
Yeah,
I have to go back and look because I thought I was missing those, but yeah.
Didn't they do a vampire Batman animated or no? I'm just imagining that. Okay.
Wait, no.
Negative.
No, they
should.
No, it wasn't Gotham by not Gotham by Gaslight.
They did Gotham by Gaslight, and they did the Doom that came to Gotham, but they did not do Red Rain.
Okay. Got it.
The vampire Batman we're thinking of was from Gods and Monsters.
Yes, you're right. Yes.
He had some long ears, but that was a weird.
No, he didn't have any ears at all. He had that little head bodysuit thing.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying he had really long ears on whatever the fuck he had, but it wasn't Batman.
Yeah. And there was Batman versus Dracula. That was a movie that did take place. However,
that's
Batman.
the Batman.
The Batman.
I know.
The Batman.
Yeah.
With Rino Romano.
Yep. Very true. Yeah.
Underrated, Jim.
That's true.
I like that show.
Yeah. It grew on me. It grew on me over time. And I actually dug their take on the Justice League when they finally got to it. I think they did a pretty good job with that. Yeah.
With Chris Hardwick as Green Lantern, Green Arrow.
I'm sorry, we don't talk about Chris Hardwick anymore, but
yeah.
However, we will talk about him in the after show, so that's just go ahead and stay tuned for that. I love that they're doing after shows on AMC for Vampire Lestat.
Oh god.
Oh, I just they're doing like the HBO thing because that's all I watch is the little like behind the episode.
Yeah.
They have a whole after show.
Oh yeah, they do. I haven't watched it, but yeah.
Ever since The Talking Dead, that's what all they do for all their shows.
It's what they do.
All these prestige shows must have, these hour-long discussions with what was your method for this? What was like being on the set that day? What was the atmosphere? What was the atmosphere in the air that day when you were on the set when this major scene happened?
I know I just was talking at the beginning of this episode how I liked the after episode podcast, but for whatever reason, I loathe the after show.
Because it's usually not very good. It's usually not very good. Like they don't go in depth at all. Like they're there to promote more than anything else.
They still have ad breaks too.
Yeah. Which is why, for the most part, the after show has been replaced by the podcast, because at least the podcast can go into it and they can go longer than, a 10-minute conversation where they have to break for a Michelob Ultra ad. They don't need to worry about that.
You know who does it pretty good? Warner Brothers is pretty good with their show now. With Coy Jandreau and what's her face? They do.
The DC one.
Yeah, they do a weekly spotlight, and I've been a big fan of Coy since this is gonna be telling on myself, since the Popcorn Talk days of the way pre-internet.
I have not. I've seen some of his stuff. I don't love him or hate him. I have no disposition about him. I think he looks like a nice enough guy, and I think he's at MegaCon doing some meet and greet once or twice.
Yeah. He's a big comic nerd, so.
Yeah, that comes off, but that show to me just looks super produced and promotional rather than of substance. So that's why I don't think I've watched it.
Like it's kind of sad because it reminds me of if you ever watch the old Collider stuff from way back when, like 2014 and 2016, he was getting a start on that stuff also, and it was a big person named John Schnepp, and John Schnepp did the documentary about Superman Lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
He kind of lived in his shadow also, but I think that's what he's trying to be. I think Schnepp is a little more organic though about how he does it.
That's the guy who unfortunately passed away, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember it was only like a year or two after that Superman Lives documentary that he unfortunately passed away unexpectedly. Yeah.
Coy did the he did I don't know what it was for. Maybe it was Collider, but it was like comic book shopping with Coy. Yeah. And they always went to the same fucking store in Hollywood. But yeah, I've seen those. I think is what I've seen of him. Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I'm speaking of after shows. I was a huge fan of if you remember Popcorn Talk or AfterBuzz TV. That's what I enjoyed the most, where it's a bunch of fans who actually watch the show and then interacting with people. Also, that's kind of what kind of it felt like water cooler talk like after a show. And now these podcasts are like, oh, some of the podcasts are like that, but they're more in depth about the actual process and not about the actual reaction sometimes.
And we will tell you all about that process. But first, let's talk about Manscaped.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, like who needs a fucking Manscaped ad like every 5 seconds? Or like, what the hell's the other one? Oh, Factor. You know.
Yeah.
Which either they're making a lot of money or those ads do not pay. I don't know.
Well, as someone
they're everywhere,
as someone who now has a podcast that has ads inserted in them at the beginning, sometimes the middle, and the end, I can tell you they don't pay that much. But they don't pay that much.
No, the inborn ones don't pay that much. The ad reads pay more.
Exactly. Yep, which will hopefully be getting soon. But what I would want to add there is, we're talking about how like all this 90s retro shit and stuff like that. Guess what comes back the same day as our anniversary episode, gentlemen? And that, of course, is, X-Men 92 Season 2. No, X-Men 97, my bad. X-Men 97 Season 2. And the hype is real because pretty much every single review I've seen of people who have gotten to see either the premiere that happened at Tribeca or the first 4 episodes were released to press, they say it's just as good, if not possibly even better than Season 1 within these first 4 episodes.
Yeah, they cooked in Season 1. I fear they cooked too much in Season 1 at times.
even Grace Randolph liked the first 4 episodes of this one, so you know it's goddamn good.
Oh God, fuck Grace Randolph.
I like her.
We were just talking about it.
I was just talking about it. That's why I said
it.
But like,
gotta rewind, Brandon. Listen to the beginning of the episode, and then you'll get the joke.
I can't listen to it over his live, guys.
I can't, man. I can't. No, well, look, this is gonna have like it's gonna have freaking Adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix. It's gonna have some apocalypse shit. It's gonna have some major time travel back and forth. It's gonna have Magneto in what appears to be pajamas.
Peter David X Factor also.
Peter David X Factor. Yep, that shit's thrown in there for good measure.
Are we getting Marrow?
X-Men.
I just want Marrow to show up.
I think no.
And fucking what's the guy with
Chambers gonna be in it. Chambers.
No. The guy with the maggot.
Oh,
is that his name?
Oh my God, Maggot. Okay, if we get to Season 4, we'll probably get Maggot.
Marrow died though in Season 1.
I just found out Maggot was a real thing.
Did
some YouTube video where they explained the hidden history of Maggot, and I was like, really?
Was Marrow in Genosha? When Genosha?
I think she was. Yeah, I think she was in Genosha.
Ah, shit. Damn. Well,
I know they showed her for sure.
I think I did see her last season.
They could get around that though with the secondary mutations and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly.
I've got 2 hearts.
Yep. So that could easily wind up being resolved, or they could simply not care and have her show up because it wouldn't be the first time a background mutant has just showed up randomly as a full character in the X-Men animated series in one form or another.
Pour it out for Leech though. Gotta pour it out for Leech.
Psylocke is going to be a full character.
Yeah, but she had an arc in the original series though. She had like
barely though.
Season 4 she appeared.
Oh God, you're right. Yeah, that was after being like a background player for like whenever they needed a random mutant to show a picture of.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, but she appeared in Season 4 for 3 episodes.
Okay.
For the resurrection of Apocalypse after the wedding when Jean got kidnapped.
Yes. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. That was about the time where I stopped giving a shit about this show, to be entirely honest with you, because like season four had its moments, but Season 4 was not great. Season 5 was terrible.
Season 5 was the worst animation I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think I only watched seasons 1 through 3 of the original run.
God, I remember
when they came to Disney Plus 2 years ago, I was flipping through them. I was like, I don't remember that. Don't remember that.
Can I
Good.
No, I was just going to say, can I also point out how annoying it is that Marvel is currently putting out a X-Men 97 Season 2 comic, and it's actually X-Men 97 Season 1.5. It's supposed to be what's happening in between Seasons 1 and 2. But they named it Season 2.
I just want to recap. Here's what happened last season. Because I watched My Adventures of Superman, Season 3, Episode 1, and I did not get a fucking recap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what the hell happened. What happened?
Well, it's very
watched it.
It's very simple. They're going to say the words previously on X-Men, and then they're going to tell you exactly what happened.
Well, for that reason, because they have that great previously on X-Men, I know it'll have it. But fucking Dono's favorite damn Superman show did not have a recap, and I was like racking my brain. I was like, okay, I think I remember her dad being a robot.
Mm-hmm.
Supergirl's here, and there's more robots. Okay, cool. And Slade works for Lex. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, did you finish season 2 yet or no?
I have not watched season 2. However, just to prove a point, almost, I watched episode 1 of season 3. So
I also did right before this because
yeah.
So was it Donovan talking about it all fucking week?
Yeah.
In the chat,
yeah. Between Dono and I, but it's pretty like here's the thing, like it's groundwork, especially
it is
this week's episode.
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Or not this week's. I liked the first I only watched the first episode. So I liked it.
From what I watched in the first episode, I honestly got enough to understand what I missed in season 2. Because all you really need is a setup. I already knew Supergirl was going to show up. I already knew that Kara showed up in one form or another. So her showing up, me learning that she's basically, stiff Kryptonian in language, learning what everything is as fresh and new daisies. I want to pet that dog. Can I pet that dog? Is basically the personality of Kara. That's fine. And I know that clearly shit happened with her and her father. Like that's all you really need to know as setup to watch the beginning of season 3.
You should watch season 2 though, because the stuff they did with her dad was
I'm going to
fucking diabolical.
Oh no, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna even go back, later this week and watch more of it than I've got. But here in season
also season 2 has Kara dressed as Android 18.
Oh my god, yes. All right,
I don't remember.
All right, I'm down. Was that?
But now in the her first appearance outfit, so the black vest, white shirt, and jeans.
Two things of note from this first episode. Yes, obviously we get introduced to what's eventually going to be this world's Bizarro in one form or another. The clone was created by George Binder.
Yes,
isn't that the guy that did Shazam? Otto Binder.
Otto Binder, exactly. Yep.
Yes. This thing, Otto Binder's getting some shit lately because this is the second thing I've seen with him with his character being dead. I'm like, do you hate Otto Binder that much?
Was George Binder a character in the comics at some point?
No, he's named after Otto Binder. Yeah. I'm like, why would you?
So why is his name George? Was it
who name someone?
I know it was
Otto in the year 2026. Thank you,
Otto Octavius.
Yeah. Okay.
What is Otto short for? That's what I want to know.
It's German for Otto. It's a German name for Otto. OTTO.
I love that your camera zoomed. I love that your camera zoomed right as you were doing your mighty laugh there, Brent. Like that just made it even better.
That's that Apple
FaceTime.
I know. Center stage.
Yeah.
If I move over here.
Look. Yep. There you go. Yeah. Oh no, I know from the times that I've been on an iPad, it's like that could be annoying as fuck sometimes, but sometimes it really works.
Oh yeah, by the way, Brent, you and I are fighting today.
Why?
I started watching your review of Rand Hagar War. How dare you? How fucking dare you?
I didn't say it was awful. I'm just like there's a lot to work with there. It's got a lot of stuff. Doesn't mean it's good.
We'll finish Superman. We're gonna fucking throw hands. Okay?
No, but
it's because I titled it the worst Infinite Crisis lead-in.
Oh,
and it got Brandon to click on it, so it did its job.
The thing about Rand though, Brandon, is that it's so far away. Like you just ran so far away.
And I ran so far away. Okay, Otto, according to Google AI overview.
Yeah.
Short form of ancient Germanic compound names beginning with the element odd and ot, such as Ottokar and Ottfried.
Okay.
Also, occasionally a nickname for anybody named Othello. Who the fuck's the name of their kid? Othello.
I don't know.
Yeah. So when I think of Moors, I think of Othello. Yeah. I want more of that name, guys.
Yes. Ha ha. Bing bing. But Yeah, this is also Project Caliban is a new creation for My Adventures with Superman. That's not something that existed in the comics. At first, I thought it did because it totally sounds like it, but then I just realized I was just thinking of Caliban from the X-Men.
Oh, who's the guy that with the horns that made Superboy? Connell.
That's
Isn't that guy Caliban?
No. That's oh crap.
Dublex.
Yes, Dublex.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
that's right. Because he's XX. You get it, Dublex.
Yes, exactly. Plus, I like that he's the Bizarro in My Adventures with Superman is Subject B-1Z.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you get it,
Oh.
Which
is zero.
Yeah, but also the number one immediately makes you think of Bizarro number one as well. So like it's kind of combining, you know, both the lores of Bizarro into one thing there. But I've only seen the first episode. I like where this is going. I hope he doesn't become too Bizarro-y, but I'm sure he's going to over time because
probably, yeah.
That's what's going to happen. So yeah,
gentle giant guy.
Mm-hmm. Also, the blossoming relationship between Jimmy Olsen and Supergirl is just hilarious.
You mean Jimmy Olsen Flamebird?
Yes, exactly.
Jimmy Olsen Flamebird?
I love that move at the end of that episode where he sees Lois and Superman. Lois and Superman are giving out candy for Halloween.
Yeah.
And they're cuddled up. And Jimmy and Supergirl, like, you know, the shoulders like apart. She just grabs him and like pulls him in. It's like, we're going to cuddle too, damn it.
and it's a couple too. It's like the one time a year that he could wear his Superman suit, and there's that one kid that you could tell like totally realizes, wait a minute, that's really. Well, the rest of his friends are just like, it's just in a costume. Let's moving.
Go, come on.
Yeah. I will say though, going back to like looking at the show again, they have a lot of really good use of like tertiary characters, especially in like season 1.
Yeah,
like in the first episode, they introduced the Newsboy Legion or the Newsies Legion. Excellent use of like stupid villains like Livewire or was it Parasite also for season 1, and then season 2 was
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Waller
and Deadshot.
And easily the most likable version of Lois's father that I've ever experienced.
Oh yeah,
now, yes,
yeah. Sam Lane is always an asshole.
Oh, you got to watch season 2. That guy.
You gotta watch season 2. He has a full arc, which I appreciate though.
Good.
Yeah,
but
him and Waller both did, right?
Yeah, Waller have a full ass arc in season 2.
Season 2 very much pulls from Superman Birthright, I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Especially with the toward the end of Birthright. Yeah.
Have we had hints yet at Jessica Cruz for the spinoff or?
She's in season 2. She's in episode 2.
Oh, nice! Right on. Okay, very cool. Okay,
okay,
all right, good. Yeah, because we're getting My Adventures with Green Lantern coming soon.
And that's about Jessica Cruz. Is that right?
Voiced by
who?
Ali Carvalho.
Oh, that's right. Okay, the voice of Moana.
Oh shit! Yes. Right on.
Who is probably this? She could have fucking played Moana next to The Rock, except The Rock was like, no money for you.
When she found out that The Rock wasn't going to have nipples, she was like, nah, you know what? I'm out. Forget it. Like, nah, that doesn't sound like it's going to be for me, man.
I watched the latest trailer and I'm like, I can't believe that guy's wearing a muscle suit. Like, as much as that guy works out.
Yo, dog, I heard you like The Rock's muscles, so I'm going to put muscles on top of my muscles.
Have you seen, like, he could have put on one of those, you know, the fake tattoo sleeves? He could have put on one of those for his shirt and his chest and covered up his nipples if he's that insecure about them. And then, you know, still had the same effect. And then he wouldn't have to worry about getting the tattoos in the same spot every time with, like, spray paint.
Also, Brandon, according to the wiki for the My Adventures with Green Lantern, TBA as Kyle Rayner, TBA as Nikki Jones.
Who's Nikki?
Is that Teen Lantern? She's
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, because yeah.
I don't know if I.
Let me see. Nikki Jones in DC Comics. People are gonna have to deal with my typing a lot this episode. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Jade. It's Jade.
No.
Yes.
Jade is Jade.
Jade's Nikki Jones. Jade was a member of Lex Luthor's, and it's the Infinity Inc. Jade. So they're basically giving her the name of Nikki Jones. So they're combining lore a little bit. The version of Jade that showed up in New 52.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
not new 52 in 52 period.
52.
Yeah.
Hopefully she won't meet the same end as the other one did.
I hope not too. Yeah.
I mean, that was
Man, I have not reread that.
She reached my heights and then she hit some lows.
Yeah. But
because she was in the air and she fell.
No. I get it. Yeah. That was uncomfortable. That was an image. But I think they are just combining names here just to give her a name other than just Jade. So she can go as Jade as her superhero alternative.
This is Jade of the Starheart you're talking about?
No.
Yes.
No, this is Jade. No, is it Jade Starheart?
Like when you say Kyle Rayner and Jade, I think of Jade.
That's exactly what we were talking about. Yeah.
Her name was Jen, was she not?
Jen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
but they're going with the name of Nikki Jones here because there was a Jade, the quote unquote second Jade in 52 was named Nikki Jones. So they're just combining war here.
In Infinity Inc., not the Infinity Inc.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Lex Luthor's Infinity Inc. in 52. Like the ones that he gave the powers to, like, and they all had horrible fates because the powers, they do nothing.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I take them away.
Yep.
And I'm a little man baby.
Apparently, Alex DeWitt will also be showing up in this series, along with Kilowog and a couple other, Green Lantern characters.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, Alex DeWitt. Oh no.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Anybody anybody who watched the Green Lantern animated series, the CGI one.
Oh yeah,
that was good.
Yeah, read Jeremy Adams's Green Lantern comics because
isn't Razor in it?
Razor's there. Also,
Aya
is there. Yep, they're like main characters right now.
Good.
Yeah, they were running. I'm so glad they're getting a lot more exposure because they were in Young Justice also for the last season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, were they? Okay.
They actually completed that whole entire series in Young Justice.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I still haven't watched, I think, season 3 and 4 of Young Justice.
But that's
season 3 is good. Season 4 is fine. It's weird because they put it into separate arcs for each character. So each original member of YJ gets their like 3 or 4 episode arc, and it's they do eventually cross over at the end, but it feels like sometimes like pick your favorite character.
So I don't have to watch the whole thing. I can just watch Robin. Call it a day.
No, watch the Superboy run. And I mean, watch them all because they all tie into everything else.
That's one of the shows where I was like, I need a fucking previously.
Oh my God,
Young Justice.
God, also, what's infuriating is that they do the time skip every time.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, so especially after the show hasn't been on for 3 years, like
no, because the biggest offender is that they tell you everything that happened in the fucking video game.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God! Wow.
In the video game, they tell you what happened between in the 5-year skip between season 1 and season 2.
Okay.
And I'm like, who the fuck would know? Who played the video?
No bueno.
Who played the video game?
Nerds. Very few people.
Nerds. That's who. Yeah. Or people whose grandmothers picked it up, seeing, oh, this looks like a DC game. It looks like my little bubby will love this.
And that didn't happen. I'm pretty sure it was like digital only.
Oh, really?
It was a physical copy.
It was a physical.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Okay.
10 years ago.
Here's the thing. I'll tell you what. That did not happen. Want to know why?
Why?
Because this is one of my favorite stories about working for Hasbro.
Yeah.
I was in a Target and I was filling the Marvel section, and this woman comes up to me and holds a Flash figure, a little like 3-inch Flash figure.
Yeah.
And says, "Is this a ripoff of Quicksilver?"
Like, lady, let me take you to church. Sit down,
ma'am.
Let's find a pew in the furniture section.
Ma'am, actually,
ma'am, this character has been existing for like the last almost 100 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in multiple forms. One of the first superhero characters of all time.
Which Flash was it?
It was a
Wally Berry.
One of those two, because the Wally Berry. It was a full red suit, but I couldn't tell what it was by it, because they do the thing of like they'll give it Wally's mask, they'll give it Wally's Barry's face.
Yeah, one of the bullshit ones. Yeah.
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 I I'm this black and red Flash suit is growing on me because at least, I know there's only one Flash in DC right now, but like it was way better than Van Sciver's idea of like, I'm just making it a darker red. And instead of the nose going up here,
it goes across.
I'm giving him a full cowl.
No, I didn't want to.
And the symbol is a little different. It's like, no. I need to know who it is from a distance. No, if it's a red guy running at me with a lightning bolt on his chest, I don't want to be like, can you see his nose? I can't tell if it's Wally or Barry.
First off, it was the eyes. Wally had white eyes also. Yes. But the worst part was when they gave Wally the mask that went across his nose.
Oh my god!
I'm like, this is the dumbest.
Yeah,
this looks
that's
stupid.
the Van Sciver version. He's got the full Batman cowl.
Yeah, no. Sometimes he drew it just like going across his nose. I'm like, someone being fucking lazy.
Because they felt like they had to, hey, in the Justice League animated series, he looked like this. So we bring it into the comics. And like, no, it's too simple of a design for comics. It's not going to translate properly. And it never did. It just always kind of made him look like he was wearing street clothes. Like it never worked. And for that matter, then you go too far in New 52 and gave him all that fucking piping.
Oh, I like the piping.
Nah, dude, I hate the piping. I hate the piping.
Piping made sense on the Jim
when it lit up. It works.
It's cool. Exactly. If you look at the character sheets, it says lightning bolts do not show until running. I'm like, that makes sense,
right? But
like, it worked. I liked it in the movie when they did it in the Flash movie.
There was a Flash movie.
I didn't see the Flash movie.
When he starts running, all his lines started glowing. It was cool. I was like, that's what the piping's for.
No jokes that I still have not. I have yet to see the movie. Not because I'm trying.
I really like. I know that people hate on that movie, and there are reasons to hate on it. Ezra Miller didn't do a bad job. Supergirl was cool in it.
Yeah.
Batman was cool in it. And I really like that suit. I really like that Flash suit.
Well, BK, the bar is in hell for that movie. Okay. Tell me the bar was.
Let me also point out the AI CGI.
There was no AI at that point. It was CGI.
Then the CGI. No, there was AI.
The Chris Reeve and what's his name? Nick Cage were CGI, not AI.
I could have sworn that they also used deepfake technology on that in order to.
I wouldn't call deepfakes AI.
No, they used deepfake on the George Reeves stuff.
Okay. And got it.
And the Helen Slater stuff.
Okay.
See, like to me, deepfake is different, like than AI.
It is proto AI.
It's
though.
Close. Yeah. Maybe because it's proto. Yeah.
Yeah. But either way, that sequence, I've rewatched it more recently, is so bad.
So bad.
Because all they had to do, like, and Nick Cage has even come out and said this, because like they had Nick Cage film shit. And then they didn't use it.
Like crap.
They didn't use it. They just CGI'd it all anyway. Like they had the opportunity for it to at least look somewhat coherent, and instead they were like, we make it pretty and sheen. And no, that's not the way it works.
It looks so compared to the rest of the movie. Like I've only seen parts being close. Like it seems so like I don't say ephemeral, but like it felt like there was a weird gloss over it. Also,
100%. Yeah.
Like it was just weird. Like it just looked weird. I get like they're trying to show like the multiverse and all that stuff, but like it looks so weird. Yeah. It was so fucking. It reminds me of like back during COVID at the very end of like when COVID hit in March and all the shows had to scramble to do like their finales for the series. It was because they couldn't film them, so they inserted like either like animatics or like CGs. That's what that felt like.
Yeah.
I don't remember watching those shows.
It felt like unfinished, unpolished, like just like. Ugh.
Well,
see, I will argue if you can watch The Flash, just skip the first scene, and just blur your eyes a little bit at the last 10 minutes.
Well, no.
You're like, there's a good movie in there.
Don't skip the first scene. That is to me, and I said this when we reviewed.
Well, that's got all the weird baby CGI. That's what I'm like. If Brandon doesn't like the CGI,
but still, that first scene is the best Batfleck that we've ever gotten.
Oh yes, yeah.
Like in any of the movies, like that is the reason why you could literally. In fact, I will just go back and say, Brandon, you could watch the first and last scenes. Period.
I've seen that scene also, like on clips.
Yeah,
but like I like that. Okay, this is I don't know. This is nitpicking. That suit just felt weird though. Like I liked the colors. Like I like how it was a lighter gray.
Yeah,
but it felt like it was like
yeah.
But it felt like it was like a weird proto suit still also. Like it
I
had,
get
like
that.
The paneling also looked a little weird.
Because
like,
the weird chest paneling was like it wasn't jointed together, so like the back looked bigger than it should be.
They gave him something comfortable because they knew that he was only going to be in like 15 minutes of the movie. Like they didn't want to give him they didn't want to go all out and give him a full suit.
And the cowl wasn't textured enough. I think the cowl looks CGI because it's very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no texture on that cowl. So then when you have your CGI background against your smooth looking cowl, cool color as it is, it just looks a little weird. Yeah.
You want to know? You want to know what does look good though? Hold on 1 second. I'll share this real quick. And I know we may have already talked about it. That I may have already shared this image. I continue to say I love Kyle's new suit in the comics. Like I think it is such a great combo of like every suit he's ever worn. like
is it still asymmetrical or no?
I think it's pretty damn close to it.
No, I think that line looks like it runs down the center of his pec.
Yeah, let me see here.
Okay.
And then his so it's like his ion suit
symbol.
Yeah. His symbol starts at the halfway mark rather than be over like his heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it was in the 90s. I maintain the Patrick Gleason suit's the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
The green after he stopped being Ion, that's the best suit.
Well, because that was pretty close to his original suit. Also, like, hold on, let me see.
I mean, I still like the Jim Lee design.
Oh yeah.
You know with all the pipes.
Well, hold on, I found the one you're talking about here, just so I can bring it up real quick, Brennan, so you can see. It was kind of like a halfway in between.
Like
like it's still that like it still had the crab mask, and it had a little bit more of a clean Green Lantern look to it.
I wish it had the his Green Lantern logo on it. That'd make it really good. But
I agree.
It's fine.
Yeah. Although otherwise it works pretty well. Yeah. And it worked for the story that was being told at the time. That's really what mattered the most.
He was a member of the Corps and all that stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, since we were talking about X-Men, 97, Chris may or may not be able to join us tonight. She's on her way back from the movies right now. She posted one word in our comic timing chat. So I don't know if she absolutely loved the Supergirl movie very much, but we'll find out soon enough. But
is it Herm like?
Yeah.
HRM.
Yeah. Herm. Yeah. But can we talk about the fact?
I cannot wait to watch this movie then. Ooh, you get to shit on it together? Is that going to be a thing, guys?
Maybe we'll think completely different things. Who the hell knows? But one thing she brought up in the chat that I wanted to discuss. Comic book logic can only take you so far on characters like Magneto. And we were talking about that a little bit on how Magneto's background in the comics is so tied to the Holocaust, and it is 2026. And the sliding time scale of the Marvel Universe makes it so that the Marvel Universe itself is relatively fresh, and that characters have only really existed for, say like 20 years at most, except for characters like Magneto. And yes, I know you could explain it away that like, oh no, he's been a clone, or Krakoa de-aged him and made him young again.
I'll do you one better.
What?
X-Men Evolution did it perfectly.
What?
Project Rebirth. He's been secretly stealing Project Rebirth for the last, at least in X-Men Evolution, since he became Magneto. So every so often he will go to I remember one episode, I think it may have been actually an episode called Project Rebirth. They actually do it on him and actually de-ages him again.
Okay. But that's similar to the Joseph shit, right? Like, I mean, like, at least that's what I would think, where
Joseph was a clone. So.
No, I know, but they'd still de-aged Magneto to like a baby at one point, and he got back and he was, aged up again. Yeah. I don't know. It's I know it's comic book logic, and I know it doesn't have to make sense, but there are characters that have fundamental ties like that that it's very hard to break their origin, because a character like Magneto basically exists because of what he went through, during World War II. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, as we get older and as the comic books themselves get older, they're either going to have to stop mentioning it, or they're going to have to be like, oh no, he's ageless. Like, that's the only real explanation and stuff like that.
What I say in the chat, Magnus. Nobody knows how they work. He just stays young forever.
Magnus, how does it work? Yes, exactly. Brent, do you have any thoughts on this?
I'm just reminded of the recent Hank Green YouTube video where it's like every president for the last, I don't know, umpteen years was born in the same fucking year. Like Bill Clinton, George W. Bush. I mean, Hillary wasn't president, but Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, they're all like born in 1947. And he's like, this is going to end soon because they're going to die out. Yeah. So he was like, this is exciting just because this age of people can't run for president anymore. So I'm just like, when you said, I was thinking like, we'd have to be born, it's 2026. He would have to be like 100 years old to be, or 90 years old to be like 10 during the concentration camp era.
Yeah.
At some point, right, of the World War II, which ended in 45.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So he'd have to be born in at least, I would want to say like 38 to have like a resounding memory of, because I don't think the story works if he's 5, right?
Oh no, it doesn't. Yeah. No.
Especially thinking about how well it was done in X-Men 1. Like that sequence in X-Men 1 is just legendary. I mean, can't get better than that. But in that movie he's like 12. Like he's manifesting his mutant powers and stuff because he's a preteen puberty age, and that worked then because that was 30 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, Magneto Testament, I think, is probably still to this day the best comic book version of his origin. And, that's what gave him the name Max Eisenhart, which has stuck since and has been utilized in the comics and in other media as well, to a point. But, in that, he's at least maybe 10 or 11. And that's what you need to keep him at in order to, make the 1930s story make sense. But then from there, trickery, shenanigans, clone body.
I think they're gonna kind of forget about it.
Yeah,
like it's gonna go by the wayside just because time does not allow for that to be a thing anymore. Like they'll just be like, yeah, he used to be that way, and now he's old and cranky and used to be an environmentalist for mutants. I don't know.
I mean,
it's a shame because there's that powerful scene in X-Men 1 where Ian McKellen looks at the number tattooed on his arm and he said, someone tattooed me once, no one will ever do it again. I'm like, that is like, that's powerful there. And
sure.
And if we don't do that for the character somehow, tie it back to that, it really does like diminish the character in some way.
It adds depth. It adds depth.
It makes him sort of relatable because you're like, I can understand why this guy hates so hard.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he went through something awful and saw his, family, people, a lot of people die out, get extinct or whatever term you want to use for brutally killed in the Holocaust. I don't know if there's a technical term for it. Murdered, massacred, genocided, whatever. Yeah. Going through something like that, you can understand how he would hate humans so much because they did this to him and his people.
Yeah.
It made him a little bit relatable rather than like another megalomaniacal villain. But I don't know if they'll ever take Magneto back to that place. Well, he seems to be, ever since Krakoa and even Bendis' era, he seems to be part of the X-Men and not a villain.
He's been an anti-villain or anti-hero at best now.
Funny enough, Xavier has been the villain more recently. Than Magneto has, and they've hinted at it a little bit because I remember when he had wanted to refuse to be resurrected near the end of the Krakoa era, and then they did it anyway. And
when he got his heart ripped out,
exactly, and he was, there were hints there where there might be a separate faction forming again, and that Magneto may go off on his own. But then he basically got, mutant ALS in the more recent, X-Men stuff that's been going on, and his powers have been haywire, and he's been hanging out with Cyclops again and stuff like that. But I would not be shocked, especially with the whole White Beast stuff going on, if please, but
we just get We had Peace back for 5 minutes. Can we get him back again, please?
I have one word for you, and the word is Brevoort. But what I would say on the subject is that I wouldn't be shocked if Magneto at some point has a version of a Brotherhood, and they may not even be the bad guys. Like I'm
just mad at Brevoort because he killed Krakoa.
Yeah,
I think they could have done another 5 years of Krakoa. I know we've talked about this before.
They could have. I don't want them to, because I think when Hickman left, you can tell how rudderless they were.
Yes.
No, but Dugan was hitting a stride though. And then Gillen had a stride. Like there were people that had started hitting their stride, and then it just.
But after Inferno, you can tell it was a dip in quality after Inferno.
Yes.
Way of X died. What else was it? Knights of X tried to take up also, and it didn't hit. Anything after
because that's their fault for not calling it Excalibur.
Well, yeah, that's that too. But like,
and Excalibur was selling, and Excalibur had a great hook with not Magneto, fucking Apocalypse and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and that Excalibur book died out after. To me, it died out after they did Ten of Swords.
Yeah, Ten of Swords. Yeah, which
because Apocalypse left.
Yeah, like you can tell, like he was taking pieces off the board to do something with it again, and like he took Moira away, he took Apocalypse away, he took all the major big players away, who were not Xavier and who were not Magneto.
Yeah,
and was going to do something with them, probably bring them back as villains again. Like you can tell he was trying to like do something with Inferno, and then he left the book because Hickman is, I love the guy, but I wish he could
finish something.
Finish one thing all the way through without getting burnt out. Like and it sucks because he's such a creative person, but he gets burned out real quick and stuff.
He's currently creating.
Four run is only good the first half.
Yeah, he's currently creating a universe or co-creating a universe over at Dark Horse. We said on this very show, Raph said and then prophesized essentially. He was like, Dark Horse has to create a universe. They have to get some of the best creators involved. They have to that will keep them running. And then lo and behold, that's exactly what they're doing now. Hickman's co-creating a universe over there at Dark Horse. We don't know how long he'll be on it.
He's a good director. That's what he's a very good visionary and a very good director.
Yes,
you can't see it, but if fucking Ultimate Spider-Man is screaming, "Fuck you, Hickman," because it ended too early. Well, it ended too early.
Here's the thing. He knew I can only do 24 issues. I need to do 24 issues, and that's it. I'm like, okay, you know what, Hickman? That's fine. I'll give you that.
My one thing I'm most proud of at MegaCon this year is David Messina was there, and he was the guy who actually did probably half the issues of Ultimate Spider-Man because Cicchetto, I don't know, had scheduling issues or got sick. Who the hell knows? You can't. Nobody is a Dan Mora other than Dan Mora these days, so I don't fault him. But I went up to Chris Messina, and I was like, "Hey, bro, thank you for carrying the book. It was awesome. Like, you did a great fucking job.
Yeah.
And you need to be recognized also, not just like Hickman and Cicchetto. Like, no, half the time, some of the best issues were David Messina, especially towards the end.
And also to adapt the style to Cicchetto's also to make it look seamless. That was pretty fucking impressive as well.
I don't know if it was seamless, but it was similar. I had not known of Messina before Ultimate Spider-Man, but
you talk about.
I don't know if he adapted to that style.
Talk about seamless. I always go back to this one. Do you remember when Miller and Hitch were doing Fantastic Four, and their final issue was drawn by Immonen, and Immonen aped Hitch's style to a T, to the point where if you did not look at the credits, you probably would have just thought that Hitch finished it.
Did Paul Neary ink it?
I don't know.
Wasn't Paul Neary his inker at the time?
It's very possible.
But Immonen had that style from Secret Identity.
Oh, yeah.
So that was very realistic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't Hitch and Immonen come from the same background though? Hitch did, what's it called?
2018? Wildstorm? Stormwatch?
Brian Hitch's first stuff in comics. He entered the comics industry with Marvel UK. I think Brandon froze.
I think Brandon froze.
Yeah, Brandon's
screaming in his mic right now.
No, I know. That's the
like, no one's thinking that long. If you're just listening, as most of you are, Brandon has his head into his microphone.
Oh my God.
His hands on his forehead, deep in thought, and on his cheek, more of. Deep in thought.
Hold on.
He's just stuck.
He just disappeared and now he's back.
Oh, he unfroze.
Okay, good. Yeah, dude,
you guys froze for me.
Well,
Brandon, you froze for us, and you froze in this position.
Oh yeah, I was just about to take a screenshot of it, and you came back.
Yeah, watch as it zooms into my face.
Yeah,
watch.
Yeah. You were deep in thought, and you were about to say something into the mic about how they both came up in Marvel UK.
Yeah. But sorry about that. I Zoom decided to take a massive shit at me for some reason.
That's fine.
Yeah, both Planetary, right? Was it
Planetary? Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, Planetary was John Cassaday.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Authority.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but they both came from big widescreen comics. That's why.
I get it.
So big widescreen comics. So of course, Zimmerman could do a stuff like that without any question.
Yeah. Well, either way, that was some damn fine pinch hitting at last second there in order to finish it out. But yeah,
is the Miller hit run of FFF actually good?
No,
it's really pretty.
It came after Wade, right?
Yes, it did. Yeah, shortly after.
That was the we're broke era, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's. Yeah. There's moments to it that are really good, and then the rest of it is typical Miller, where I feel this way so often with Mark Miller in particular, where he presents a concept, honestly similar to Hickman in some ways, although Hickman still writes better comics, where Miller presents a concept and then never actually executes properly. Mm-hmm. Perfect example of that. I mean, Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass was great at start, and then Kick-Ass 2, Kick-Ass 3, Hit Girl. Like by the time you got to there, you had no idea where the story was going, and then eventually he handed it off to other people, and it went off the rails. Quite frankly,
what's the whole franchise for Netflix? Also,
Jupiter's Circle,
Jupiter Ascending.
Or Legacy.
Jupiter's Legacy.
Legacy. Yeah. Like fucking mess also.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hey, that first miniseries is really good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Jupiter Ascending is the Wachowskis, so that's what I was confusing.
Yeah. His series, The Magic Order, I did like.
Yeah, because
and there's 4 or 5 of those miniseries, and Imminent draws one of them, as does Coipel. Yeah. I think those are decent. Those are pretty decent.
Like his books of magic are pretty good, actually. I do like those. But like I don't know. For some reason, I feel like ever since like his Flash stuff, he just hasn't like been able to like grab me anymore. Like, you know, like
his Flash stuff is his best stuff. That is like early in his career, brother.
I know, which is sad because like his Flash stuff was actually really fucking good.
I hated that run.
Really?
I mean, okay, so I have not read. I read the first Mark Waid trade. It's up above my head, and then I read the Miller Morrison run, and I was like, I'm done. I can't stand this shit.
You should go back though, because then after that there's more Waid. And
no, I need to read book 2 of Waid. Is I think where it really takes off, because that's where you introduce the Speed Force and Waringo and all those guys come in. Book 1 is Angel and Zeta, and it's some weird stuff. And I'm like, how does Angel and Zeta do the first book of Mark Waid and the first book of fucking Jeff Johns, and they're both shit? Like, is it Angel and Zeta, or is it the writers?
Well, I mean, what I do like about Wade's run, at near the start. I mean, I'm not sure if this was near the start or it is like where it really took off was the false return of Barry Allen. Like,
I haven't got to that part yet.
Yeah.
That's 90. It was 93, right?
Yeah. That's really when it started kicking in the full gear for me. Like that was great.
That was December of 1992. I'm sorry.
Okay.
God, it's disgusting. Yeah. But yeah, like that whole era, like Wade, like that was my earliest Flash reading stuff. In fact, my very first comic is The Return of Barry Allen.
Nice.
My very first Flash comic is The Return of Barry Allen. But like in book 2, I think you get early Buzz stuff also.
Yeah. Yep.
I think some early Buzz stuff. Who else is in that one? That's introduction of Impulse.
I know that there were tons of different artists at that particular era.
I think early DeZago too.
Yes. Well. Yeah. Early DeZago. Eventually Humberto Ramos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Millar to me is the Michael Bay of comics. Like I'm sitting down to read a Mark Millar book the same way I'm sitting down to read a Michael Bay movie. Like
It's popcorn.
this is going to be popcorn. It's going to be slam bang action. Don't expect anything too smart. Like let's just have some fun.
You got to bring me back to early comic timing, man. You got to bring me back to early comic timing. It's Miller, like Frank.
Yeah, not Mark Millar. Millar.
Yeah. Not Mylar either. Mark Mylar. That's what makes your comics nice and pristine. Mark Mylar.
Never had Mylar bags. God. Never ever.
I have my lights. They are the worst, unfortunately. I love Mylar bags, but they are the fucking worst.
Oh my God. All right, let's transition into what we've read most recently, and then maybe once we're done, Chris will be on for 5 minutes, and then we'll wrap up. But if she's not, then she's not. But let's talk more about stuff that we have read more recently. Brent, start with you.
I'm in a reading slump, I think. I'm still trying to make my way through this Green Lantern Compendium 1. Not that it's bad. I mean, I've read it all before and I liked it. But I entered the phase of this compendium, it's over here, where we're in the Ion stuff. In the Ion series, I never liked.
The 2005 one?
Yeah. So this is post Thanagar War. 1 year later happened, and you have Ron Mars returning to the character, which you're like, okay, cool. And then they're like, hey, yeah. And then we're going to throw Greg Ticini at you. Now, Greg Ticini, apparently, everybody likes the Low series he did with Rick Remender, which I haven't read, so I won't shit on. But I never liked this stuff on Ion.
I didn't like the book either. It's not even that. Not even the artwork. The book was just too fucking depressing for me.
Well, yeah, there's such a. It's really like half of it so far. I'm on issue 8, I think, of this Ion series in here, and it's like we visit the jet. They went 12 issues, bro.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
There's like what's his name? The yellow guy. Every yellow villain comes back in here.
Because the Spotless is a big part of the book.
Yeah.
And comes back, and he's impersonating Ion for some reason, and all this stuff. And I'm like, how does this... I'm waiting to see the transition from him absorbing the Starheart when Jay died at the end of the Infinite Crisis Ren Thanagar War Special Compendium #1, to how that turned into the Ion entity. But I'm still waiting to get to that point. But yeah, so I'm just in the slog of Ion because they put like 8 issues together in here, and then they go, I think they cut after the Tangent ones, which is where I think I checked out on that series back in the day. And then they go to the war, or the New 52 part of Green Lantern, where he's being hunted by the previously dead Lanterns.
Tangent back in the day, though, had some mighty fine Jamal Igle artwork, if I do say so myself.
Oh my god, here. Hey, Brent. This is actually pulled out already.
Whoa, there you go. Ran Thanagar right there for you, baby.
Yeah, I got it right here. It's right here.
Yeah. It was actually pulled out out of my bookcase already.
By pure coincidence. There you go.
Fernando Pasarin comes in and does some other... Thankfully, the art gets better because Fernando Pasarin does probably his first Green Lantern work, filling in for Greg Ticini. But yeah, Greg Ticini, I'm not a fan of. Yeah, like, I think his artwork is just like, he left a lot of, when artists are like you're going to draw a head, you're going to draw a circle.
Yes.
Greg Ticini never finished the oval. He just did part of it. And not enough to be like super suggestive. Like if you look at the Batwoman book that's coming out right now by Rucka and Dani, whatever, I don't know how they pronounce her name. I think it's a woman. Anyway, her stuff, she's using like negative space and colors and all this other stuff to like get you the point across that this is Batwoman. And I was playing with an image on my iPad, like how would this look in black and white? Like how do they draw this? And I was like, okay, it still works. Greg Ticini is like, I just didn't feel like finishing the circle. Like I just imagine he's this Italian artist. He's just like, I don't know if he's Italian, it just whatever. But he's like, I don't feel like finishing this oval.
That's French.
Do this. It's whatever the fuck. I'm bad at accents, so sue me. But yeah, it's just like, and it would be nice if his figures were, I'm really nitpicking here. Sorry, Greg.
Consistent.
Figures were consistent, but they're all over the place. So it's like, are we doing a superhero book with consistent figures, or are we not? Because if you're really going to go for it, make it weird. Like fucking Javier Pulido on Absolute Martian Manhunter is fucking weird as shit. Yeah. But his line work and figure work is great. Meanwhile, Greg Ticini from years ago is like, I don't know what he's doing.
I think the big problem with the book is that it is such a slow burn book, and you do get a lot of like close-ups and a lot of like people talking, especially in that first, I want to say like 3 when his mom dies. Like it's like a lot of like.
Well, his mom hasn't died yet, so
okay, so
it's at the end. That's at the end of the run.
Yeah, okay. So I'm trying to I remember like his all right.
But it's just, I think what's dragging it down too is like, and nobody was in the, maybe people were in the mood for it then, but like reading this book as part of this compendium, like I'm not in the mood for this because I want the slam bang. Like we're in the Green Lantern Corps. We got that set up. Hal is awesome. And now we're doing this slow tour of all of Kyle's dead girlfriends. Like literally they're all dead at this point. And all of his villains, right? Alex Nero and who is the flame guy? Effigy, and then Graven shows up in one of these issues too. Darkseid's Forgotten Son.
What's her face? Fatality show up also?
She does not.
I love thinking of Kyle Rayner right now as like the weirdest adaptation of Scott Pilgrim you could possibly have. You know, like
this is not Hawk. Yeah. This is not Hawk Girl, not Thanagarian. She's just a bounty hunter, and talking to this mute girl. At this painting retreat that Kyle's at, that never, I don't remember it ever resolving itself. Like, does this girl ever talk? No. I think the story takes off from here in space, and I don't think he ever goes back there. So it's just a lot of like,
Yeah. There's some great Ron Mars comics. Ion was a bit of a letdown for me back in the day. I do remember that.
Oh, you mean like DC All Access?
Yes. DC All Access, baby. Come on. Remember that the character exists. Come on.
I have not read this in like a week. So my comic reading is way down. I did finish a novel though, but and start a new one because I was like reading on my Kindle. But yeah, I need to sit back down and read this. So maybe my project this weekend will be to finish that.
Okay. Brandon, what do you got?
I am behind on books. I have books I have bought, but I'm behind. But I've been listening to a lot more audiobooks also lately as well. The Dungeon Crawler Carl series has got their whole
thing. I knew you were going to say that. Everybody's fucking talking about this book. My wife's telling me, you got to listen to this audiobook. I'm like, are you going to listen to it? And she's like, no, it's not a smut book. I'm not going to listen to that shit. I'm like, why are you telling me that? I'm like, I don't want to listen to an audiobook. I'm not one of those people that listening to an audiobook counts as reading. No. Disagree. If listening to an audiobook counts as reading, then so does listening to our podcasts, which therefore you should all go back.
Okay, a podcast and an audiobook are two very, very different things.
It's just voices in your ear, bro. Come on.
No. They actually engage your brain in two different ways. And actually, it's been proven that listening to an audiobook actually engages your brain the same way as reading a book also. Mm-hmm. There have been multiple studies about that.
I just don't like people who are like, I've been reading this book, and they're like, actually, it's an audiobook. And I'm like, then you're not reading. You're listening.
You are listening.
Use a different verb.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, I still read also, but like,
are they going to test kids on phonics in the future? When AI takes over our universe by just listening to an audiobook rather than being like, "Can you read this fucking sign?"
From now on, you have been listening to a book. There you
listening.
Go. Yeah.
Listening. Oh, I hate
listening.
That.
That's it.
That so much.
I have been.
That's my little nitpick because my wife's like, I'm reading this book. I'm like, are you reading or are you listening?
No, I'm leading to it. I'm leading it right now.
Leading this book.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hate it.
Sorry, that's my old man yell at the sky moment.
Good. We all need those at least once per episode, so we've officially fulfilled that quota. So anyway, continue, Brandon.
So if you like, all right. So imagine like I won't say like Squid Games, but like The Running Man meets D&D meets
Never played it, never seen it.
Never seen the original Running Man?
Never seen
either of them, and I never played D&D.
Oh.
Okay, so Running Man meets D&D meets a little Ready Player One, not as much though. Like it's not like Ernest Cline leaned heavily into nostalgia on that stuff. This is more. It feels like Scott Pilgrim at times.
Okay,
just like the irreverent like way they'll reference things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still like very much a core of like the actual the book. It tells the story as well. They actually give you a reason why they make those references as well. It's like a reality. It's so imagine like a reality show where everyone who survives on Earth is put into a dungeon. You have to go crawl through the dungeon and be the person who beats the dungeon.
Got it.
And if you beat the dungeon, you're given a wish or like a boon, should I say? And you have to make it through the first, I think, 5 floors in order to in order to be guaranteed to survive.
Now, at any point during this dungeon crawl, do they find monsters and decide to cook and eat them?
Some of them do, yes.
Ah,
a little musheshi there, yeah.
Well, then
yeah,
it's a little bit of delicious in dungeons in there for you as well. Then I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Is this this is a series, right?
It's a series.
Is it like it follows Carl on all of them, or is it like my wife's smut books where each book is a new character going through a new romance?
You know, I really still like,
and it's just the same story over and over again with new.
Part of me really feels like I'm gonna have to name this episode "My Wife's Smut Books," but like,
it's all Carl and all Princess Donut.
Okay, got it.
Does he fill her hole?
No, oh God, no.
She's a cat, so no.
Jeez, man. And right as we're saying those words, Chris logs on and immediately regrets her decision. So that's.
Yeah, I feel really, really sexually harassed right now.
HR, where are you? Where are you, HR?
It's been 20 years, Chris. You should be over it by now.
This is the
you're HR.
Unfortunately, I'm also HR. So file a claim and I'll get to it in 20 years. That's the way it's gonna have to go. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, I can say inappropriate things like, "Look, man, I've already slept with you. I don't know what else I can do."
Well, I mean, hey, we could bring it back in time when I had to go to HR and be like, yeah, can you have him act like a human being? Anyway, but
oh my God,
Jesus, man,
as a former HR, that hurts me so badly.
Oh, I know. I'll tell you more about it when we're off the air, Brendan. But those were heady days, man, heady days. Chris, you got back just in time to be on for 5 to 10 minutes as we were just doing our wrap up, what we've been reading and whatnot. But you want to give a preview of your thoughts on Supergirl since you're now the first of us to have seen it?
Well, Ian.
Oh no!
Spotlight on.
Oh no!
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay.
Man, I was hoping you wouldn't say those words, and you said them.
Yeah, Ian knows the Chris meter of movie goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than it's a movie.
That's true. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So is the Chris scale? Is the Chris scale bad? It's a movie. It's fine. It's good. It's great.
I mean, there's higher up. There's also that movie was a goddamn miracle and humanity didn't deserve it.
Which is Iron Man, actually. That's Iron Man is up there on that list.
Yeah, I mean, also Project Hail Mary this year. Like, I was like, this movie should not exist. It's too good for this world. I mean, yeah, we'll talk about it in more depth next week. It is not it does not deserve the Rotten Tomatoes score it's getting, even if that score has gone up since the reviews started rolling in. I do think it is suffering a bit from not being Superman.
Of course.
Oh, so men being men. Got it. Okay, cool. Got it.
Yeah, well, I also think it's Superman is this very sunny, bright, kind of funny movie, and this is not that. I saw Mike Toole of General Anime Fandom. Ian knows the dude. You know, he gets around. He's like Crunchyroll, Anime News Network. Said, oh, they put Supergirl in a Chronicles of Riddick movie.
Oh, that's not a good review.
He liked it.
Wow.
It's just well, I see where he's coming from though, because it's the same aesthetic. Like, people complain this movie was too brown, and I will warn you going in. Yes, it is a very brown movie.
Is it John Wick in space like it looks like it might be too, or is it less?
I mean, that's the original story where she's just kind of going ham on people because of crypto. It's I mean, John Wick, but mostly True Grit.
Okay.
Which I saw the WBUR, that's the Boston, I think their NPR affiliate or whatever, had actually said that. He just, like, his whole review, he just kept saying, instead of Ruthie, he just kept saying Maddie. And I'm like, he's not wrong. They did take out a lot of the I mean, if you read the original story, they took out a lot of like the side questy stuff because it's a movie. You can't hit every point.
No, of course.
And
all the emotional stuff. Got it. Cool. Yeah, great.
Yeah. So I mean, I hate saying this is not. I don't feel like this is a huge spoiler, but we're not getting the Planet of the Space Racist.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
I kind of figured that one, but
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's not really a spoiler. Like, it's kind of a given.
I didn't like that book, so I'm like, whatever.
Wow.
We know that Tom King only scores 1 out of every 10 books for Brent, so we are fully aware of that.
How you didn't like the book, man? I don't know how you didn't like the book.
I mean, it was pretty. I just was like, I remember my tagline was, "This is not a Supergirl story," because it was mainly about that other girl. So if the movie's about fucking Supergirl, then I'll probably like it more than the book.
Sorry to people listening on podcasts. I just shrugged because I don't know.
Oh my God.
In a lot of ways, Ruthie's story, but they kind of redirect it back into Supergirl in a way the original book did not.
Okay. All right. Well,
but they did take out a lot of the backstory stuff. I thought it would be in there more. That's a bummer because I read the book, I saw the trailer, I went, oh wow, they're actually going to do all that like really creepy, awful, decline of Argo City stuff. Again, I'm trying not to give too much away here.
Yeah.
All right. So do we get the one scene that I'm thinking about in the movie?
No, stop asking questions.
La 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 la.
You're going to see it in 2 days.
Brandon, I am not Deanna Troy. I'm definitely not Luxwana.
We can discuss that off air, but my last question about it is, how did it seem like the crowd reacted to it?
I mean, nobody clapped, which is fine. Not every movie do people clap at the end of. Though I will say, in the past week, I did see Toy Story 5 and people clapped for that one.
Yeah.
And I did see Obsession 2 days ago, and I think maybe people clap, but mostly we were all just like traumatized, like Clown will eat me at the end of that
Damn
film.
good movie. Damn good movie.
Oh, I do want to note something. I feel like I need to prepare all of you for this.
Oh no.
So, I went to see it at Alamo, which had a great pre-show. They had like one of the extended trailers for the 1984 Supergirl, which is a movie I watched all the time as a kid.
Yeah.
They replayed their other characters that they should put in the DC, movies, like Comet, the Super Horse. That was they made that for the Superman movies. Okay. Then they had the new one, which was like Supergirl on like TV and movies, like other Supergirls. Mm-hmm. They had at least 2 segments of that. So they had plenty of Superman the Animated Series, lovely, and made me all nostalgic. They did show off, of course, Melissa Benoist doing her thing. It was pretty good. So the trailers start, and usually if you go to Alamo, they will do the trailers, but they'll also promote their repertory screenings. Mm-hmm. And they start playing clips from Tom Cruise movies.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, oh, look, it's Interview with the Vampire, Born on the 4th of July. Yeah, they're playing all these clips Far and Away. And I'm like, oh my God, are they actually going to show these at Alamo? Am I going to see Far and Away on a big screen? That's great. And then, of course, it's like, Tom Cruise, Iñárritu, the thing you've been waiting for all your life. And then, it was the trailer for fucking Digger, which I want to see, but I was getting so hyped.
Yeah.
I want to see Interview with the Vampire on a screen again. Come on.
That'd be fun. Yeah, especially
it's such a cock tease. I have to warn. I just had the word on
especially with with Lestat out right now and stuff like that. Like it would be a good time to put it back into theaters.
Man, it's gonna be brutal. If people compare the two, because Sam Reed is knocking it out of the park. Non-comics talk here, but yeah.
I love that first 2 scenes of the show. I watched the most recent episode, and I tried to get my wife to watch it. I was like, you should watch this. Like it's a sexy show. And I was like, Sam Reed's like, Lestat's hot, and she's looking at him. She's like, you think he's hot? And I'm like,
oh my God,
you don't think this is a beautiful man? Like,
please.
Come on.
He's very attractive.
He's like singing and he's doing all the things.
He's oozing like
he's doing all the things.
Yeah.
When I take her to rock shows, like I will be like, it's a guy where he actually sings and doesn't just stand there and play guitar. Like he's moving around doing all the things that you want your rock star front man to do. Mm-hmm. And she's like, you think that guy's hot? I'm like, what's wrong with you?
He's oozing like a combination of like Bowie and Rocky Horror and 80s everything. Like it's just
80s glam pop. He just screams glam pop.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, remember the book came out in the 80s, was set in the 80s, and they didn't really change that aspect of the story. Again, this could be a whole other episode. I could talk about Anne Rice. This was my obsession in the 90s while you guys were reading your Kyle Rayner and Azrael comics.
We just got there, baby. You literally just missed us talking Kyle Rayner.
I read the first 6 of those books. I think I read up to Memnoch the Devil.
Okay.
of the Anne Rice vampire series.
Yeah,
Nice.
they go off the rails. I mean, one of them is literally called like Prince Lestat and the Kingdoms of Atlantis, I think.
What the hell?
Yeah, they probably get real interesting. Hey, the Atlantis stuff of what was it, Assassin's Creed Odyssey was the best DLC.
Oh, I haven't finished Odyssey.
And then what was it? Origins, the Egypt one had a DLC where he went to the underworld. That was fucking cool.
That sounds.
I'm like, why isn't this in the regular game?
Yeah.
because it's not within the milieu that they're setting up. Like I played those games. I don't like the mythological stuff. I'm like, no, I want my historical realism and my glitches where I fall through the floor and drift through space for several minutes before the PS4 realizes something's wrong.
Age of Mythology was the best Age of Empires.
I still remember, sorry, talking about drifting through the floor and shit. I still remember I was playing the Futurama game for the PlayStation 2 and I was enjoying it. And then all of a sudden I went into a corner to try to pick up a box and I fell through the building. I turned that shit off and I never turned it back on again.
Aw. Well, for me, what it was is I was playing Origins and I was in the temple in Alexandria, and then like Bayek stepped somewhere and fell through the floor.
Yeah.
And I literally saw the entire map above me, like the grid and there was like the little movement, and he was just falling away from it into infinity for several minutes. And I didn't record it, and I'm so mad at myself. Man, it was beautiful. It was literally one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen some nice sunsets.
I got stuck in a building in the first Spider-Man game, in Insomniac Spider-Man.
Remember
that was fun.
Remember when the train glitched out when we were playing Walking Dead?
Oh God, yes, you did actually get a recording.
I did. Yeah, it's still on my Facebook somewhere. Like the entire, you could see like the mirroring gone horribly awry. Like it almost looked nightmarish. It's really messed up.
Let's be honest. Yeah, computer bugs, video game bugs are beautiful in their own sick way. That's why I didn't get video of this, because I was just staring at it, wondering when the PS4 was going to realize something was wrong. Just watching Bayek float through space. Yeah. Oh, since you guys think it's funny that you were talking about Kyle Rayner and I bring up Kyle Rayner, I for the past few days I've been thinking about Starlog magazine.
Oh wow.
Yeah, So I was like, it was like very monkey's paw. Today they announced Starlog magazine is back. Yay! Editor-in-chief is Annalee Newitz.
Oh.
Who's that?
Annalee Newitz of IO9 fame, and
just one of the most annoying people on earth. I swear, I could go on and on about. I mean, I'm sorry, them.
Yeah,
I forgot.
They have their fans, but also can be kind of.
They have Hugos. I can't be a complete hater. They've done the work and stuff, but
can Fangoria just buy them? Because Fangoria's still around, and they're based out of here. All right, I would just buy them.
Yeah, I don't know who's in charge of the Starlog thing. I have to dig into it. I was just kind of bummed because I was like, do I really need to start having arguments with Annalee again, like about things like the definition of a cyborg?
Perhaps. In 2014
Starlog is sci-fi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not just Star Trek.
My parents had, the reason I was thinking about it is my parents had a huge collection. I'm still there. I saw it under one of the tables when I was there this past weekend, and just like big photo diaries of like the making of various movies and interviews. I have a fond memory. There's like a photo of Carrie Fisher getting sun alongside her stunt double while they were making Return of the Jedi. They were not supposed to do that because obviously it screws up the continuity if she's suddenly brown in a shot. So... Yeah, so I really like that magazine because it used to have a lot of that behind the scenes stuff, which we don't even get anymore. It's 2026, and like, where do we go for that? Like,
yeah, well, we have a comic book magazine again, like that did recently launch, and we mentioned it on most previews. So, yeah,
I where the hell was I? Oh, I took Olivia to see Disclosure Day, Spielberg movie.
Yeah,
which was fine. I liked it more than anybody. Like, we went with a bunch of people from work. We have a little movie club, and they did not like it. I was like, it's fine. Olivia liked it. Her first Spielberg, so I need to show her War of the Worlds and scare the shit out of her.
You show her Close Encounters. Close Encounters is a good kids movie, I think. I'm not saying it's a kids movie. It is a movie kids can watch.
Oh, right. But I watched Close Encounters once, and I was like, I don't know if I can watch this again. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to put her through that. There's a comic store way up where we were, Altamont Springs, and I picked up. They had 3 of these, right? So I picked it up, and I was like $2.99, and the problem is this thing is only as big as the comic book.
No, I figured as much. Yeah.
And I was like, that's not a magazine.
Well, it's also just starting out, to be fair. So I think that over time it may very well wind up getting bigger and more robust. But like now,
I was at least expecting not like 120 pages, but 50 at least. This thing was only 20.
Yeah,
like 22. It was thin and floppy, which I guess if you're going to be like the comics magazine, but for once a month, I flipped through it not too intently, but I was like, there's not enough in here for me to pick up to be like, what is this?
No.
So I passed on it.
All right.
That's my critique, having not read it.
I'd have to check it out because for $3, I'm not really expecting much. Magazines are at minimum $8 now to $10.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, and this magazine in and of itself is only really doing like one main story per issue right now, as it starts to get its legs. So like $3, I'm willing to get 1 or 2 interesting stories on the inside just to check it out, and then hopefully over time they'll be able to grow and make themselves bigger. And for that matter, if you want something more robust, Tomorrow still exists and makes excellent stuff. So Tomorrow's magazine is out there still putting out tons of great content every single month.
I mean, you never know, because remember that Wizard magazine started out as a store newsletter.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Miss Wizard.
Yep.
The best days is when I had a subscription to Wizard.
Man, the best days when they were putting out half issues that were actually just as good as the issues of the comics themselves. Like that.
I still have the cross-gen half issue somewhere.
I have my Ultimate Spider-Man
and it was
1/2
thick as a brick.
Yep, Ultimate Spider-Man 1/2 was great. And
I still have every single issue from say 95 to 2000, 2001.
Nice.
Somewhere in a closet.
Nice.
So I should dig those out. Maybe that's something we can put online or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure there's been other projects that have done the exact same thing. Yeah.
I still have my Jim Lee. Was it they did like a whole? They gave like a whole entire the whole entire issue one time of just like all his drawings from like 95, 96.
Oh shit! There you go. There's the cross-gen issue. Yep.
I think it's on this one. No, this is First Looks. Oh, this is a magazine. It's not Cross-Gen 1/2.
Oh, God.
But this is, God, this is the glory days.
Oh, yeah.
The glory days.
Yep.
I miss Cross-Gen.
Cross-Gen is so good. I wish they would publish the rest of those, just
More
as back issues.
Use them again.
They do go back and publish cross-gen stuff every now and then to keep the copyrights and licenses.
Yeah, they did a Sigil omnibus and a, what's this one girl? Mystic omnibus.
Mm-hmm.
But I want a Ruse omnibus and the Sojourn. Greg Land when he was still drawing.
What was the DeMatteis one that the DeMatteis one that they essentially bought cross-gen for? Like, because Disney wanted to make
Kazam or something like that. Azurbad. Alakazazarbad.
Azurbad or something like that. Yeah. Let me hold on. Let me look it up real quick. While I'm looking that up, Chris, what have you been reading lately?
Well, I mean, I watched the season 2 of Powers a few weeks ago.
Oh wow. Holy shit.
Which actually made me want to go back and reread the comics, because I think I had only read like volume 1 or volume 2 or whatever. Upon which I discovered, I was like, okay, I've read volume 1, so let me just get volume 2. Now volume 2 doesn't mean volume 2. Volume 2 means like omnibus 2.
Of course.
So I had to go back, order omnibus 1 from the library, and then I read the first omnibus. I just want to complain about the print quality. Effing terrible.
Oh no.
Not the actual printing of the pages, but the way it's the binding
publisher did you get it from? Because it's been like reprinted 5 different times. Like
it's whatever the most recent one
DC Dark Horse, I think is that now.
Whoever published it in 2022.
Okay, 2022, I think might have been Dark Horse, yeah.
Yeah, somebody else can look this up. I don't feel like looking it up. But it's really poor quality. It's the binding.
The binding? Because the most recent thing I got from Dark Horse are these BPRD omnibuses, but they're pretty good. They have a really thick, heavy paper.
Yeah. The paper quality is fine, but the problem is that the spine is separating. The glue doesn't hold to the cover.
Yeah.
I did try to fix it slightly with some Gorilla Glue, but the binding is so bad that it's not like it stays in I don't know how to explain that. I decided to just squirt a little, and it started spooging out through the pages.
It's still the weaves. So
the separate the leaves whatever are like kind of separated too. So there's like gaps so I can actually see. And I'm just like, the reason I tried to glue it, I normally wouldn't do that. I know librarians listening to this are probably cringing, but it's like, I know this is just going to get thrown out if I point it out at the library, and I hate waste. So it's fine. The book was fine. I returned it in good condition. It's just that I got volume 2 and volume 3, and they both have the same problem with the leaves separating from the actual book cover. It's really poor quality. I mean, good news is the story still holds up. Bad news is they also reprinted the letter columns, which do not hold up.
Yeah,
they're so cringy. Oh, that's just so like guy humor, locker room humor. It's just but I'm enjoying the stories because I've never read that far. So I was like, after watching the show, I was like, I kind of wanted to know what's going to happen next. I'm honestly kind of sad that the show got canceled, even though it wasn't that good. It was fine.
Locker room talk.
They're gonna be making an animated version of Powers now, supposedly. So this will hopefully
for Netflix?
Yes, for Netflix, if I remember correctly. If not, maybe Amazon Prime. But
maybe Amazon. Yeah.
Since you mentioned bindings, by the way, at the very beginning of this episode, we talked about kid in Batman mask who's going to steal our jobs. So I just want to point out
the video showed you.
I just want to point out his username is Valhalla's OOP. So if you want to look up on Instagram Valhalla's OOP, a kid who talks about comics better than any of us, go ahead and check him out.
Well, he learned it from us.
Oh no, he did.
So I was looking for one of my old Spawn massive collections when the Comic Tough Timing first started. They started collecting Spawn. They only went up to volume 6 and they changed trade dress. Now they got these massive compendiums, which I have not picked up because I'm like, I don't know, whatever, back to them. Anyway, you want to talk about bad, like, look at this crack.
Ooh.
Like,
that's not good.
Now, it's still reading well. It's fine. But honestly, I think every Invincible compendium I have did the same thing. Like, I think there's just some point where these books are too big.
Yeah, their jackets are way too thin for the actual books themselves.
That's the problem,
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, they probably think, well, someone will buy it, they'll read it once, and they put it on the shelf. The problem is with what I just said, like with a library, multiple people are going to be reading that. Those, they're just going to be cycling through the books. The books can't stand up to all of this use. And I know they're not meant to last that long, but it's just so wasteful. It's just, it's painful. And you're right. They're like too big. They're no fun to read half the time. Like
these Invincible Ultimate collections are basically the only way to read Invincible for me. I love it.
It's really weird that like Green Lantern's getting these massive compendiums that are like 1,000, 1,500 pages or whatever. Like they're huge. Yeah, this one is almost $14.97 is one of these last issues of Ion. So 1,500 pages is massive, $60. Meanwhile, they're reprinting JLA again. This is number 3. This has got that's pretty bad.
Oh, that's awful. Ooh, that's really bad.
Yeah, sorry, that's really awful. I just held up the book to the thing. And
can you confirm that? Can you confirm by the way that that's the Dark Horse one, or is it the DC edition?
Dark Horse.
Okay.
Ooh,
got it.
Retailed for $29.99, which to be honest is way too low for something of the size.
I agree with you.
It makes sense when you consider how shittily this is. Like I can literally see each individual section.
Oof.
Yeah.
The binding. I can see the little ripples in the. I know you can't really.
Maybe that's why it was $29. But like, why are they reprinting JLA in such small volumes?
Because they want to have you spend money.
But like Green Lantern is a big seller, I think. Is getting these massive compendiums. JLA is getting the smaller volumes. Yeah. JSA only has one compendium. Nightwing compendiums are like maybe half this size.
Yeah.
They're not this ginormous, and they've put out 3 of those.
I think it depends. I'm
glad they're putting stuff out. I don't understand the logic of what gets just a thicker, like DC Finest size trade, and what gets a compendium, and how big that compendium is. I don't know.
I think what it comes down to in the end is how much story is relevant to what's going on, and also sometimes it just makes no sense at all, and they just want to do whatever the hell they want. So there's also that
that's
going.
the Marvel theory. That's the Marvel problem with a lot of their Epic collections, where it's like, oh, it's the entire collection, it's the entire story. I'm like, that's cool, and then they'll cut out like 15 issues of like the relevant plot. Also,
yep.
I do want to mention that one bright point of those Powers collections is they do reprint the story from Comic Shop News.
Oh, great! That's actually awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I completely forgot that even existed, and they reprint so they're reprinting all of like the ephemera and assorted things. And that's always nice because that doesn't always get reprinted.
I'm still glad that I have my Starman hardcovers and that they have the Hellboy Batman Starman crossover in full included in that volume. You know, they didn't have to, but they did.
It's in the compendium, so I just haven't read it yet.
Nice, good.
But I know it's in there.
Oh yeah. Well, they're on good terms with Mignola, so that wouldn't have been too hard. So
yeah.
Yep. All right. Let me mention real quick stuff that I've been reading, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up from there. Brent, you'll be happy to know that I read the first issue of Batman Dark Patterns, and it's awesome.
Finally.
Yeah, it's I'd been waiting on it, and I saw it was on Infinite in full, so like screw it, let's go ahead and get things started. I know Brent talked about it a little bit in the past, but Batman Dark Patterns is kind of like a Batman Year 3 style story where we're just in the beginnings of a Batman's existence as a character, but you know his relationships are established. At least to a point, like, you know, he's worked with Gordon a couple times as you know, as a detective, and you know he's got some rogues in there, and the story that's being told is just a nice grounded story of you know, there's this villain going across Gotham killing random people who seem to have no connection whatsoever, and what is the actual reality behind this? And the artwork, as I'm displaying right now, is freaking gorgeous. It is
Hayden Sherman, baby.
Oh yeah, so nice. It's moody, it's noir. It's down to earth, and it tells the story just the way you want to tell it. Really, it's Batman to the point where like I'm hearing like Batman animated series voice in my head as I'm reading it. Like it really is just some great Batman story to be told. And in this first issue, we get introduced to a fascinating villain, one that Batman himself doesn't know how to deal with because he's got all these like nails and stuff in his body. And if Batman punches him, then he's going to wind up killing the dude accidentally. But the guy can certainly punch Batman. So there's that.
The only villain that you know in those 12 issues is Scarface.
Nice.
Every other one is not known to, I think, your original Dan Waters and Hayden Sherman creations or whatever. And what's cool is like, if you've been reading, Hayden Sherman is the same artist who's doing Absolute Wonder Woman right now as the main series artist.
Yeah. So
if you read the Circe arc where she went down into the catacombs with the Minotaur, and I don't know if Hayden Sherman is a he or a they or whatever, but Hayden was drawing these like circles and circular panels as like a spiral and doing really cool things with the panel layouts. Hayden does the same thing in Dark Patterns, and he was doing it first in Dark Patterns before like that. And Absolute Wonder Woman, I think maybe we're 2 or 3 months apart when they started. And he does some really cool stuff. The same way that like J.H. Williams, when he does panel layouts and wants to experiment, he does cool stuff. Hayden Sherman does the same thing in Dark Patterns, and it's wonderful. It's beautiful.
It really is. Yeah, there's one scene in particular near the end of issue 1 where you basically see Batman's face in between like 3 different panels near like the second to last page, and it's stunning. It's just so beautifully rendered. Kind of almost like a Loeb and Sale Batman style to the story being told, but definitely its own thing as well, because you know Dan Waters himself is just a great writer, so he's working on this damn fine, and I'll read all 12 issues. So very much enjoyed the first one and glad I checked it out. The other thing I got a chance to read on the Comics Plus app, I'm going to continue to say that nonstop. Anybody who does not have access to the Comics Plus app, if you have a library card that gives you access, use it. I downloaded the first volume of Ice Cream Man on Image, and it's just there. like for you to just read in full. And I read the first issue, and every single thing Murd has ever said about Ice Cream Man is true. It is a like Outer Limits-y, Twilight Zone-y type book where each story is going to be its own thing, but they're also kind of all connected because of this otherworldly Ice Cream Man who's kind of like the tying force behind it. And this first story tells the story of a kid who approaches the ice cream truck, asks for a double chocolate, saying that he's on his own and that he's old enough to be on his own. And then he gets home, and you find out that his spider has long since killed his parents. And he is on his own because he's been living on his own since then. And the spider doesn't bother him at all because the spider only dislikes adults. So there's story to be told there. And W. Maxwell Prince is a writer that is getting a lot more play now in the comics world. He just did that stuff over at DC. And I'm looking forward to reading that in full. The Superman story that he just finished up with the many different colors of kryptonite. And yeah, he's great. So yeah, check out Ice Cream Man if you have not done so yet. It's absolutely the type of horror that I dig, and yeah, good stuff. All right, well, we'll wrap it up there because we've technically been running for about 2 hours and 30 minutes now, and each of you, other than Brent and myself, have been on for different portions of that time. So the foursome that we wound up with was excellent, and I will let you pimp your various stuffs before we end it here. Brandon, where can they find you?
You can find me where all Brandons are sold on the internet. Bringing that one back.
Nice.
On Twitch at Atomic Games, on various social medias at the Dabadon. I'll be at San Diego Comic-Con this year, so if you see me in the throngs of people, say hi. My schedule for cons this year is San Diego, then Magic Con, and then PAX Unplugged this year. I'm taking it easy.
Excellent. All right. Chris, where can they find you?
I'm on most of the relevant social media at Lampade. I'm technically even on TikTok, but I don't use it. And, if you're looking for anybody to write or edit, but not trade AI, I still have, that's still open. Yay.
Yeah.
And we always mention this. Like, I'll definitely be at PAX Unplugged and New York Comic Con, and over the summer probably FlameCon and Anime NYC.
Yep.
So hopefully, I know Ian submitted for our panel, and hopefully the other panel I have submitted will also get approved. So let's see if I write again.
Been a while since we've told manga nerds what good American comics to read. So hopefully Anime NYC will say yes to it, and if not, then we'll still be there, covering the con in one way or another. So looking forward to it. And Brent,
youtube.com/BK's Bullets. Also, BK's Bullets on Instagram and Threads. Find me there.
Excellent. One last reminder, if you somehow didn't listen to the front of the episode, here I'm saying it on the back of the episode. Our 20th anniversary episode will be on July 1st. Doors will open to the Zoom at 7 p.m. We'll probably get started about 7:30. So any of you folks who are listening to this episode and want to find out more, the link is posted at the Comic Timing fan group. So do check us out there. We'll probably also post the link as we get closer on Instagram in a story, just so you can, have a link to be able to click. But yeah, join us, and hopefully we'll have a whole bunch of people from Comic Timing's past, present, and future joining us. No, probably just the present in the past.
Is somebody pregnant?
No, but either way, we'll be here and enjoying the history of Comic Timing, and then later in the episode will be our full review of Supergirl. So do check that out on July 1st. And with that, credits for everyone. Email address for Comic Timing is comictiming@gmail.com. Facebook.com/Comic Timing is where you can find the Comic Timing fan group. Please join us there and check out the conversation. We're on YouTube. Full video episodes are available at youtube.com/@Comic Timing Podcast. We're also on Blue Sky as Comic Timing and Instagram as Comic Timing Podcast and Threads as well. So for Brent, for Chris, for Brandon, for me, I'm reminding everybody out there that there's always time for comics.